And welcome everybody to Nat One Fun. I hope you had a great week. I know I did. Guys, we return back to Icewind Dale today. It's been a little bit, I know. It's been a few weeks. Unfortunately, some things happened in real life that kind of sent me into a bit of a panic, a bit of a spiral, but we are back. Pax, thank you very much for the gifts up to Sweet Rosie B. Aw. But we're back, and I hope so. I hope that it's I hope that whatever bad mind gremlins that were bothering me for the past week go away. But for now, I'm at least good enough to start running games again. So last week was kind of my week off, I can say. But thank you again, Pax, for another gift sub to the Burnt Coin. God, Pax, you are too kind. Thank you so much. But you guys know me. I try to give the best, best show I can whenever we do go live. So that's kind of why I took last week off. I didn't want it to be affected in any way. I didn't want it to seem strange or weird if I was quiet or I wasn't as animated or anything like that during the game, because it was a serious situation. And I didn't want it to come through and have people asking questions and, having to talk about it more. So anyways, that's why we did it. But thank you guys for understanding, and thank you guys for hanging out and coming back today to watch. So let's do our normal spiel at the beginning of the game. So at the beginning of the game, I like to go over our affiliations. So our affiliations for this month is, of course, the undying love that we have for Die Hard Dice. Die Hard Dice has sponsored us since basically the beginning. Like it was like only a few months in whenever Die Hard Dice actually jumped in, kind of like on the ground floor of Nat One Fun. And you can see here in chat, I have linked our dice that actually help to sponsor Nat One Fun. Those dice are called Elf's Dream, and they are glorious. I actually have Elf's Dream. Holy shit, Arth, with that five gifted subs.
What?
Holy shit. I'm the only reason I'm going to mute the alerts right now is because I was just about to show off the dice, and I will bring them right back up. And Hoopla, thank you so much for the 100. And also, sorry, I apologize. I do need to remove the face changer redemption, from our stream. The only reason is because my camera doesn't seem to work well now with the face changer app. But here, check out these dice in the meantime. So these are Elf's Dream. Oh shit, I dropped them. So remember that production value thing you were talking about? Anyways, right here, they are like a gold, I would say almost like a golden green with hints of pinkish purple hue thrown in there with like what is it called, like almost like an alcohol ink, but I do feel that it has that same shine and glimmer as you would get in stuff like what is it called, the mica powder. That's what it is. Ooh, look at this D6. This D6 has a lot of that powder in it. But again, another awesome thing about it that the camera will never capture ever is that it also has a lot of translucency. So it's clear in some parts that you can see through all the mica powder and stuff. Anyways, gorgeous stuff. This is Elf's Dream from Die Hard Dice. If you would like to save 10% off of your purchase as well as support Nat One Fun, go to dieharddice.com, type in Nat One Fun during checkout, and get yourself 10% off. Some other stuff real quick. ExpressVPN. If you go to expressvpn.com/NatOneFun, you can get their 12-month package, you can get 3 months for free if you get their 12-month package. There you go. And that is just by using that link. You don't even have to use a code or anything like that. Just use the link expressvpn.com/NatOneFun, and you automatically get 3 months for free by signing up for their 12-month package. Y'all, I'm telling you, ExpressVPN, extremely useful, especially for like Netflix files like me. I'm constantly on Netflix, and if my show is not on Netflix, I'll jump over to like maybe somewhere in the EU and see if it's on that Netflix. And most of the time, a lot of the shows that you expect to be on Netflix aren't going to be, but they're somewhere else. Like they'll just be like randomly in the EU or randomly somewhere else. So yeah, check them out. Again, expressvpn.com/not1fun. And then last but not least, actually, 1985 Games is now a sponsor for us, or an affiliate. 1985 Games is an awesome tool that you guys can go to check out. It is 1985games.com. But you can use the link there in chat to actually again support Nat One Fun. But they have like all kinds of stuff for making your life easier as a DM. They have this awesome thing called the Deck of Stories that I have right here, actually. Beautiful box. But anyways, the Deck of Stories is basically just a huge card deck full of story prompts. Literally just tons of story prompts. I will give you one story prompt, and it says, recent earthquakes opened the entrance to a forgotten necromancer's lair. So literally what they are prompts that you can use to either start your campaign or figure out how you can incorporate that into your already running campaign. Honestly, we're going to probably do a lot of those streams kind of with this deck alone. We're going to do some streams on Mondays where we are going to basically be improving an entire session based off of these cards. So check that out. It was really fun. You can check out the VOD. We did it last week too. It was really fun. So yeah, that's basically it. 1985 Games, ExpressVPN, and Die Hard Dice. Yeah. Also, we have a fucking hype train I didn't even realize. Let me. Hey, what's going on, Rafiki? Let me activate that alert box again, and I'm gonna. Can I just play it again? Yeah, here we go. Arth. We're gonna play the 5 that you. Boom, bang, bizzle. Bop, bang. Okay. So those are gonna go off, and while those are going off, team, do you guys have anything? Now, we do give away a set of dice every 3rd week of the month, but because we had to skip like basically an entire week this month, I'm going to say that we will be giving away a set of dice on the last day of the month, or I'm sorry, the last week of the month. So it'll be the 26th that we'll be giving away a set of dice. So keep an eye out for that. And from there, I think we'll go ahead and you can check out our Discord, where we basically have a section dedicated to dice. And a lot of times, if we have a dice that we are giving away this month, we will post it there so that you guys can see it and say like, oh yeah, shit, that's the month I want to subscribe, because you know, now I can enter to win this set. And let me tell you this, you won't find another place on the internet where you have basically like 1 in 5, 1 in 10 odds of winning a set of dice like this. So, Ray, thank you for the 500 bits.
That's true.
Super kind. I sub every month. Dice are a bonus. I know, right? I mean, here's the deal. Like, the dice that we give away too are not necessarily always like, you know, the cheapest $5 dice that you'll find on like AliExpress or something like that. We're giving away dice that you'll see on the internet that range anywhere between like $7 a set all the way up to like gemstone dice. We've given away gemstone dice here on the channel before, just for
metal
regular
dice.
Monthly stuff. Yep, metal dice and stuff. Hey, Baked Tato, welcome in. All right, guys, with all of that, I think it's about time we jump back in to our story of Winter's End in Icewind Dale. Do any of you guys have anything else before we get started?
My birthday's in 2 weeks. That is all.
Yo! Happy early birthday. Perfect.
My birthday's in 2 months.
birthday was last month or last week? Is that
Last
right?
week.
Yeah.
That's right.
Don't
We got a
forget.
lot of birthdays. All right. We'll see you guys here in just a second as the stream intro rolls.
Roll it.
eventually this is just going to be one
It's
large
just gonna
white
be
panel.
It's just gonna
One
be
large
music.
panel and Kinrava.
It's just gonna be music.
Like, I'll be super honest. She's gonna be the one that survives.
Okay. On that note, so for those that don't know, we've lost 2 main characters in this campaign. Last session, as a matter of fact, we lost a main character. So it's been quite unfortunate, but it has allowed us to find some new incredible characters that have popped up now. So let's get started. Last we left off, Winter's End has now officially lost the 2nd member of the original team, as Leodin makes a last-ditch effort and allows the group to make a run for it before she succumbs to a killing blow. Disheartened, our team runs for shelter and rest in the original tower with ancient symbols, allowing them to rest and process what just happened. Not moments later, though, Kinrava notices that they were being searched for by Drow mercenaries, and a battle ensues. But thanks to Kinrava's use of illusory terrain, they caught the Drow by surprise, as many of them retreated back into the caves once they came. During the fray, a large hole had been blasted in the ice, revealing a chamber that had been locked away from time. Something or someone was behind the ice. Grimly pulls a lever mechanism in the center of the room, and the ice in front of the shadowy figure begins to melt, revealing a person behind. Blue in skin and even bluer in hair, an individual named Meryl realizes that she's been locked away for much, much longer than she had thought. She also realizes that her brother, whom she had been locked away with, has long since perished. Seeing as she has nowhere else to go except to find the people who originally had done this to her, May joins the search for Yithrin. After the pleasantries were had, Winter's End completes their rest and goes back to where Leodin was lost, expecting a fight, only to find out that the Drow were no longer there. Not before realizing, though, that an explosive trap had been laid in wait. Just before recovering Leodin's remains, the party realizes soon that the Frost Maiden's gift that was previously bestowed upon Leodin was much more than first thought, as Leodin's corpse reanimates and attacks the party until exploding into shards of ice. The party gathers what they can of Leodin's remains, finding a necklace with a locket attached, and we pick back up as the party mentally and physically recovers from what just happened. All right. I'm glad that Kinrava is in cyberpunk land. Started in Icewind Dale.
It is literally the only background I can afford right now on Discord. Thank you very much.
So, from Night City, Kinrava, you can see that as placing some of the chunks of Leodin, the bits of chunks of ice of Leodin. You look around and you don't see any remnants of the Drow that were originally here. Of course, you haven't necessarily been inside the building. You just arrived and are on the outside of this magically created stone building that is kind of halfway inside of the ice. Now, you do remember from your previous time here, while you were captured, while you were captured, inside there was a table that had a cube on it, a floating cube. But you do not see that faint orange glow that you had seen previously just from the outside here.
She's going to scoop up as much of, like, Leodin's remains as she can, like, put it in the bag of holding. Before just going, so, why don't we take a look inside the building and then try and go further into the cave network? How does that sound?
I agree. We need to find them.
Don't worry, they'll find us soon enough.
Keep our eyes open. in case they're laying traps.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll send. Which one of my sacrificial pawns should I send in? I'll send in Omen. I'll send Omen the Familiar in. Yeah.
Okay, Omen the Familiar.
Yeah, and I'll look through his eyes to like see if I can see anything inside where that table was.
Okay. You can send Omen in there, and it is essentially an empty room. You see that the table has been kicked over. You probably realized that table was kicked over whenever you and Leodin had made your escape, and you basically like uppercutted or like you gained the advantage on that one drow captor. He had stumbled back and ran into the table, knocking it over, but it has since been left in the same location.
No sign of the cube.
No sign of the cube whatsoever. I will take you guys here over to Roll20 here. That way you guys can get a better view of what we're seeing here, chat. All right.
All I can think of is Scanlan's junk when you
cube.
say the cube.
What the hell? What is Abel doing? Get out of here, Abel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't believe you've done this.
The baby Abel on the screen. Okay.
Get your ass back in the grave.
I'm here to torment Grimly.
Oh no,
Rudely.
I didn't realize. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I didn't realize I didn't change Leodin's name on this screen yet. My apologies.
Oh, how dare
rip.
you?
Yeah,
Aw.
rip Leodin.
Let's put a white square in front of it.
No. No. Okay, we all know what's going on.
Oof.
All right.
Oof.
So, you travel in there, and all it is just an arrangement of broken furniture.
Should we? Let's at least see if this path will lead anywhere, should we?
Yeah.
And if I can... Come on, Roll20. Actually work for me for once.
Are you able to move your token, or not able to move your token?
No, it's just like had to zoom back in again, so it was like...
Ah, gotcha.
Okay. So, yeah, she's gonna go over here to see what's down this road.
Empty room, broken walls.
Alana will push up the stairs.
Yeah, you head back down the stairs, and you get back down to like the floor level of this area.
Oh.
Again, this is kind of like where the battle ensued. So there's blood and there's explosive like blackened out areas and everything like that. This is kind of like the battleground where you guys were all fighting.
And there's a cavern that goes right.
There's a cavern that goes right. Yes.
Yeah. So... Should we head down this way?
That room that you were in, or that Kinrava was in, was just it dead ends there.
Yeah, it dead ends to a
Okay.
wall of ice that because this thing is half buried in the ice, right?
Okay.
And so at a certain point, like, it's just covered in ice.
Alright.
You will recall one of the last moments that Leodin was still with us. She had grabbed the crown from atop one of the drow females' heads. I apologize. By the way, I keep saying females, and I will say this out loud right now. I apologize, and it's because I was literally raised by the military, and they have always said females to signify that, and it's just the worst. And I apologize. I will start saying women. I will start saying femme, that stuff. Okay, sorry. Anyways, Leodin had grabbed the crown from that drow, and she grabbed it and threw it over this icy wall that you see here on the right-hand side.
Mhm.
And that kind of allowed you guys to take off and run for cover.
Wait, over the thing?
Yeah, so you look up and you see it, and it doesn't necessarily reach all the way to the ceiling.
Oh. I'll send Omen flying up there then to see if he can like squeeze through there.
Yeah, I mean, Omen can easily squeeze through the top there.
Can I see the crown?
You look over, and I will reveal now the area beyond here. The area beyond is basically the second half of this tower, or I guess the second quarter of this tower, that you can see visibly. There is no crown, no. But you do see that the cavern does continue on to the south of there, beyond.
So here?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's another cavern that leads down that way. If you think we should explore over there? Considering we didn't see. I think they probably did. I mean, we would have ran into something, or at least seen some sort of tracks or anything on the way back down if they weren't.
Do you want to check for tracks?
Sure.
Do you want to? I mean, you gotta think too. Also, there's a lot of this is made of ice. There's no this is not like compacted snow or anything like that. This is straight up an ice cube, like a large iceberg. So tracking is very difficult here in terms of just looking for footprints. It would take a lot more than just footprint tracking to track somebody here, but it is possible still, because yeah, I mean, what good would trackers be if they couldn't track things?
You want to roll with me? Yeah. Yeah, let's roll.
I'll kind of get down low and kind of see if she can see any tracks in the ice and snow.
Okay.
I'm sure somebody slipped on the ice. And
I'll see if Kin can do the same thing then.
Okay, so
Kin don't know shit.
21.
Hey!
Nah.
Kin, what'd you end up getting?
Oh, player slipped.
3? Excellent.
She don't know shit.
So, excuse me. So Olanu, while Kinrava is searching around and everything like that, you notice that there are claw marks, like that kind of follow along the wall, and then some kind of go across the ceiling and everything like that.
Forgot your family was fucking weird. Yeah, they go up and then that way.
They probably had lizard mounts then. At least they didn't fetch any deep crows. We should be all right.
Yeah, just keep your eyes on the ceiling, everybody.
Okay. You guys want to head down the hall?
Let's go.
Yes.
All right.
I'll just kind of keep my eye out for anything that's overtly, like might be a trap or something.
Well, you can go ahead and I'll have you roll a perception check right now, and this will be your checking for traps for the next little bit. So we don't have to just check for traps every 2 steps.
Ooh. 24.
Holy moly macaroni.
Ranger.
All right. So you do take about 5 steps in, Olanu, before you see some similar. Okay, so before this was said in the recap if you didn't catch it, but there was a sigil on the ground that was unnoticed due to the hasty entry that the team made to try to get to Leoden, that exploded upon reaching it. A similar rune is spotted along the wall, the ice. You see the rune is carved into the ice. Very difficult to see just like, while walking by it because it's carved into ice. But you make your way by and you stop like several feet away. As you look over to your right, you see carved into the ice similar sigils.
I'll put my arm out to stop everybody else. Kinrava. It's one of those explosive runes.
Give me a moment. I think Omen could set it off, and then she'll, get Omen. And then she'll just sort of pause, think for a moment, and then just say, "Can I make a perception check to see if I can find that fox?"
The fox?
Yeah, the fox. Yeah, Cuckoo.
Yeah. You don't have to roll a perception check. Cuckoo has made it a point to stay as close to Percy as possible.
So
And so
I'm going to take out a ration.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use prestidigitation to make it smell like rabbit.
Is this happening right now? Yeah, okay.
And I'm
yes, and I
toss-
hate it.
and I'm gonna toss it over to where the explosive rune is nearby. No, I'm joking. I swear to God, I'm joking.
Well, let's just roll with this and see where it goes.
Yeah, sorry. Cuckoo
Water
looks,
would
Cuckoo
stop
looks
you.
up at you and says, "Fuck you."
Perfect.
I see that shit.
Somewhere out from the ether, I feel Leodon judging me, so I stop. So, I'm
Hey,
gonna.
John, she's just the Ice Queen's bitch now.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I'm gonna cast a Mage Hand and just have like the Mage Hand like poke it,
Okay.
like while we're a good distance away from it.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it. So you guys stand back a good distance, knowing the force of this thing that happened last time. And as you do that, the mage hand approaches it and just gives it a boink, flick. And as it does, ooh, like a fucking charge of C4 that was attached to the wall blows out, causing chunks of ice to go flying and filling the hall with like black smoke for a moment until it finally just coalesces into the air.
Well, they probably heard that.
I mean, we kind of want them to.
I
Do
mean,
we?
but don't they now think we're dead?
Ulrich would know if I was dead.
Injured, not dead. Maybe.
Let's keep going then.
Yeah.
Keep your eye out. There might be an ambush set up.
So you do see two pathways ahead. You see a pathway that leads to your left, and then a pathway that continues going straight.
I'm gonna cast just detect magic and keep that going for a little bit, just to try and help find more bombs.
Sure. You cast detect magic. It goes off. And you get immediately you get a ping. And to your left around the corner, you feel that there is a magical thing beyond.
I think we should go right.
So as in, like, ping, is it the sort of ping that, like, looks as if it's not attached to a wall? Or, the sort of ping that's going to end up exploding in my face? Or does it just look like just a ping?
Well, you get a magical ping, and you would, because detect magic, it works in telling you what type of magic it is. The explosive, like, evocation type magic that comes from those explosive runes, it is not necessarily that. It is transmutation magic.
Okay. Kinra was just going to point to the side and say, so there's something to transmutate. There's a signal of transmutation magic in that direction if any of you would like to check it out. I'm happy to take a peek at there real quick if you want.
What does that mean?
Isn't that the one where they turn it into something else?
It changes the properties of something. It's like when I made you larger, Olanu.
Oh.
Or when I speed you up.
She pulls out her glaive.
Fair.
Really quick, as we're walking, I'm going to tap Grimly on the shoulder.
Mhm.
And if he turns around, he'll see that I am riddled full of crystal ice shards and I am bleeding pretty badly.
Still?
Yeah.
I thought I healed you.
Did you?
I mean, there was two things that happened. There was two things that happened at the end of the episode. Arendelle spent a massive amount of HP in order to heal May. Sorry, I want to make sure I get it right because I looked at the screen and I didn't want to say Leodin. And then Kinrava put forth a heal, okay heal towards you, Arendelle, because you rolled extremely low on the heal.
Hey,
did
I
a wither
tried.
and
It's
no,
not
no, no.
my fault his dice hate him.
Exactly. I was about to say you didn't roll. Yeah, Arendelle rolled extremely low. So the heal was nowhere near the damage. I think the damage was like 40 points of damage.
How bad are you?
I'm at 23.
I'm
Ugh.
at
God,
24,
I had
so
a 51.
yeah. I'm the Kinrava ain't much better, right? Wait, I've still got those 2 zombies, haven't I?
You have 1 zombie. No, you do. You have 2 because you used some of its HP to wither and bloom.
Oh, okay then. I'm gonna like grab the zombie that I used Wither and Bloom on. I'm gonna cast Vampiric Touch on it.
Ooh. Okay. So the same energy that you had seen previously through that one person. God, what's her name?
Valony.
Velony.
Velony.
Literally, the name just flew out of my head because as soon as I started the sentence, I was like, I
Fuck
totally
that
know it.
bitch.
Anyways, Velony had used this previously as Kinrava walks over to his zombie, and in almost exact form, grabbing a zombified creature and just pulling the life force from the zombified creature. You see the zombified creature like crinkle down in pain and like its
Actually,
face sucked
you know
down.
what? No.
Okay.
Seeing as how she remembers how
Everything I just
Cancel
said.
that.
no. Since she remembers how everyone reacted to that, instead she's going to use her Order of Scribes feature to turn the necrotic damage into radiant damage. So that way the zombie actually looks like it like slowly disintegrates away in like a small flutter of light as she
Okay.
like uses the spell.
Being that was an NPC using the move and it just insta-killed basically whatever it was, you still need to roll for damage and everything like that due to the spell's nature.
How much is Vampiric Touch? Let's
Grimly will just turn towards Arendelle and say, Gods, man, you look like shit.
3d6. Okay.
He'll touch him on the shoulder and give him 30.
Damn!
Damn. And also,
God damn!
and do not forget that poor Arendelle has lost a few fingers in the fray. He is actually. He looks like a
Not
ninja
great.
turtle. He looks like a ninja turtle.
Yeah.
I use tentacles of the deep to summon a little tentacle on his finger.
Oh no! That's so weird.
That's worse. That's
so
worse.
Weird.
Just kidding.
So I rolled 6, 5, and 3. So
6, 5, and 3 is not bad. So that's what? 14 points of damage, and you gain
yeah, so I
7 hit
healed
points.
7. Yeah. And since I can just keep using it without expending more spell slots, I'll just use it again until the zombie's dead.
Thank you, Grimly.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's actually pretty damn good. 6, 6, 4.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, Vampiric Touch is a continuous concentration spell that basically allows you to just continue to suck the life out of whatever creature you're doing.
Yeah.
It's not like Kinrava just has like an ability to just cast a spell over and over again for free. Just an FYI for listeners who don't know the spell.
I mean, I wish I did,
What
but
is
no.
going on
Yeah.
over here?
We should keep on plugging.
So 6, 12, 16. Okay, so that's another 8. Okay, so yeah, Kinrava doesn't look like shit anymore. She's actually pretty good now.
My team is falling apart. I don't know what's going on. Also,
She's sucking
Kinrava.
the life out of those zombies.
Ah! No!
Y'all are some weird folk.
Anyways,
It's been a
Kinrava,
long trip.
Kinrava, as you place your hand on the creature, like a white, a really bright purple light, a really bright purple light emanates from your hand, and what happens is, like you had said, almost like Avenger style, from the fingertips forward, the creature starts to kind of like fizzle away into the air, into dust, until finally the creature has dissipated into the air, and you kind of like breathe like a heavy breath, and your life has regenerated.
I'm now back up to 36. Yay!
Wow.
I can see what I can. I can see why Valony did this.
Yeah, she always had some zombies around just so she could fucking just take
So
their
I've still
life
got
away.
I've still got one zombie left. So
Yeah, the other zombie
okay.
kind of looks at you. He's like, "Oh, stay back, man. It's cool. We're cool, right?"
All right. So yeah, she'll poke her head into this place to like see
Okay.
what's going on in there. Yeah,
So
with Olanu, I think.
yeah, Olanu and Kinrava, you turn the corner and you look to your left, and it's a strange sight as a large. It says, well, let me read the description and I can give you a better outlook. It says this cavern has a 15-foot high ceiling and a smaller dead end cave at the back of it. Sticking out of the larger cave's floor at a 60-degree angle is a giant-sized wooden spear with an obsidian tip pointed upward.
Ooh.
The weapon glows with a faint, cold light.
Do you want to take that?
I mean, yes.
No, it is buried in the ice, mind you. So
Should we try and pull it out?
You might want to stand back just in case this isn't what it appears. Because you did say something about changing stuff into other stuff.
True. Is the transmutation magic coming from the spear or something else in the
spear
room?
for sure. Yeah,
Oh,
you can
okay.
see it glowing.
Okay.
Y'all take so long to do stuff.
Okay.
She's just going to look backwards and just be like, for someone who was frozen in ice for thousands of years, your patience certainly didn't age with it, did it?
I was awake the whole time. No, it did not.
Oh, my poor bleeding heart. Come on.
Alana will move towards the spear and attempt to pull it out.
All right, sword in the stone, this bitch. I need you to roll a strength saving throw. No, a strength athletics check.
Can I help her somehow? I don't know, like give her advantage somehow?
I think I may have it.
You would have to do something magically or something because I don't know. I don't feel like Kinrava would really be able to help here.
Just for the hell of it, I'm going to roll a strength check. Just for the hell.
Okay.
Nah.
I don't.
Nah. Nah. That was a 1, so that's a 0. That's a 0.
No.
So, nah.
She breaks an arm.
24?
24.
24?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I have a +7.
God damn.
I too have a +7.
Holy
Hey.
shit. So, Olanu, in fucking badass cinematic form, you like go over to this thing and kind of gauge how you're gonna lift it and then like grab it and like pull and like nothing's happening and then you like get your footing better and pull and you can see like veins kind of starting to pop up on your body and your like muscles are rippling as you fucking pull this thing out and you hear like as you see ice underneath the spear start to break and crack until you finally loosen the ice enough to break it clean out. Now, this is a giant's spear. So you are holding a spear that is probably like this round at the handle.
Oh.
But I mean, technically your hands are big enough to wield this thing. But it is a little unwieldy.
Just a little.
Let me get some stats for you.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
This is ginormous.
So a normal spear, excuse me, a normal spear runs 1d6 damage. This spear runs 1d12 damage. A regular spear can be thrown 20 to 60 feet. This can be thrown 10 to 30 feet. And then, let's see, lastly, where is it? Lastly, it is a reach weapon. So you can reach up to 10 feet away.
Oh.
Well, damn.
This pretty nice. As she like moves it around.
Yeah, being probably the only person that can wield this thing, you
Mhm.
hold this fucking huge ass spear in your hands.
She's kind of looking at her glaive and looking at the spear like,
You know what? Why don't you just keep a hold of that since I can't hold that bloody thing? And if nothing else, it'll be a good secondary weapon for you if need be. How about that?
starting to look like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, you have like a big X of weapons behind you, like on your back. You look like Deadpool when he was like ready to go attack. Like he's like a shotgun and a rifle and everything across.
Her nightly routine has become much longer. Like she's like saying everything.
For sure.
Oiling.
Well, fair enough then. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's head back then. I can cast Identify on the whatever magic is on there later if you'd like.
Yeah, we should probably figure out what it does and maybe at some point talk about everyone's strengths and see who could use what.
That's a good idea. Let's keep heading into the cave system at least. We'll find something, hopefully.
Did you want to check the dead end of this cave?
Is there anything glowing from there, magic-wise?
No.
Nah, she's good.
Okay. And we continue on.
Okay, so you are now the owner of a giant's spear.
Oh,
I'm
hell
gonna
yeah.
follow behind Maybelline.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What have you done? I
don't-
can't believe you've done this.
I don't like that. All right.
Ray's gonna reach through this screen.
It's like, I use Mac, thank you very much.
I was naturally born this way. Thank you.
Even better.
You start heading down this long and windy hallway. This hallway of such looks very naturally formed comparatively to the ones that you've seen kind of bored out and drilled. Those holes that you had seen that kind of lead down like almost mirror-like tunnels that lead into other sections that you had like to slide down. This one, not so much. It looks naturally, or more naturally formed. But you do see that it kind of leads downwards.
Grimly will take the rear.
Until what? Arundel, why are you upside down? And May, why are you dead? All right, and you guys start making your way down until finally you see that there is a bit of an opening in the cavern, and that leads all the way to the right.
Da, 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 da. Hallways are the worst.
Ow.
What a dungeon crawl we're on.
Mm-hmm. Something strange in the neighborhood.
Ooh.
So,
Hard. Okay, I'm gonna wait till you describe it.
yeah, let me describe it.
Fuck you, Percy.
So,
Oh, I forgot.
as you round the corner, you're greeted with a strange sight. A grove of frost-covered trees fills this 50-foot high cavern, the floor of which is a mixture of earth and ice. By some magic or miracle, these trees are alive. Their canopies thick with frosty leaves. Their branches bearing purple pears that hang like ornaments. A low wall, broken in several places, threads its way through the grove, which is surrounded by 6 exits.
Have y'all encountered any other trees
Not living
in
ones.
this place?
The sun hasn't shined in a really long time, and this is also in a cavern.
So I just want to make sure that that's not normal for like this time.
No.
Trees haven't magically turned into something that don't need sunlight.
No.
All right.
I mean, there's a few fungal forests in the Underdark, but nothing like this, no.
Aren't those mushrooms?
Depends. Some of them scream at you.
I would like to come up and investigate the trees.
Okay.
They just.
Yeah. Grimly,
Freaking tree huggers.
you walk into this area.
Yeah.
X on your
And
And everybody's eyes turn red.
yeah, and everybody's eyes turn red. No, you walk into this area, and the ring on your finger grips tightly.
On my finger.
Mhm.
Interesting.
May, you approach the tree and you see that it has some purple hairs hanging from it. And we'll say that it has... Where is it? Ah, there it is.
Did
Is that it? Oh, that's a freaking deep...
I put Abel's ring on?
Did
You have
not
it as a
it on?
necklace. It's a necklace.
Okay, whatever. It tightens around your neck and you start to choke. Huh? That better? No, you, okay, then you just feel that there is a strange writhing on your chest, like it's writhing around. The wood is on wood on it is writhing.
Gotcha.
You see about 14 of these fruits hanging from this tree.
God damn.
I rolled high.
I still have Detect Magicka. Are these things glowing?
I was about to ask.
I'm getting some Rosa vibes here, and I saw what everyone did when I gave them magical throat.
I'm sorry?
Grimly, seeing the party veer right, starts veering left towards this tree.
I will say the trees are glowing. All of the trees are glowing.
Instinctually,
Not the fruit itself?
The fruit themselves included. All of the trees even are glowing.
Instinctually, I'll just reach out and touch the fruit, not picking it.
Yeah, you touch the fruit.
Oh, I'm about to pick it and
cold
eat it.
It's cold.
So.
Oh, what the hell? All right,
It's cold?
Sorry, let me mute my phone like a fucking professional, please. Sorry about that. Oh, you know what I just realized? Oh. Whole time. You reach out and you touch the fruit. It is cold to the touch. You hear like that that tinkling noise of like ice kind of cracking a little bit. Ellie, thank you very much for the follow. Grimly, just out of the corner of your eyes, one of the trees seems to shift and move.
There's something here. Get ready. I'll pull out my axe and cast Divine Sense.
Okay. You pull out your axe, and when you pull out your axe and show like an aggressive stance, or a defensive stance, on your chest, that writhing necklace or whatever pulses with energy, poof, and sends you back 5 feet off your feet, and you go sliding until your back kind of slams into the icy wall right there. And then suddenly you see a familiar face. And I will...
Son of a bitch.
forward because... there.
Wait. Let me mark a Divine Sense real quick. Wait.
I'm waiting.
I'm telling myself to wait.
Okay.
Oh.
So from
I see.
here, a familiar face. The tree that was standing there starts to unravel at the branches and shift and move. You hear the crackling of wood, and then it steps out of the tree. Its bark-like skin familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Its nude body with kind of like flowers and leaves kind of poking up and out of different places across it. She moves towards you and holds out your finger and says, "Do not take an aggressive stance towards me. I am here to help you."
I'm sorry.
She moves
I have to
towards
be
you.
careful.
She looks at the rest of the group and she says, "See, not all of you have made it.
We lost another dear friend.
Well,
I stow the axe away.
Friend of yours, Grimly?
This is a friendly. This is the one I was talking about.
Floating skull in the book? The nightmares you usually have? There's a lot you talk about.
The one that granted me these new powers.
Oh.
Abel's daughter?
And she kind of looks over at you and she says, "You keep that name out of your mouth."
No.
If you're here, there must be something terribly, terribly wrong ahead. What are you here to help with?
She looks at you and she says, "Beyond is the city of Yithrin.
Oh, it's still intact.
I cannot approach it, but I can help you here. What you see in front of you are the fruit of life. They offer many boons. But careful, as some of them, if partaken too much, can be detrimental." And she slowly picks one off of the tree and like sniffs it. And she kind of looks over at you grimly. She holds it out towards you.
Step towards her. I'll take it in my hand.
It is
I'll just-
straight up a purple pear. It doesn't, it's like, it's nothing extremely special about it other than its color.
I'll keep eye contact with her and take a bite.
Roll a d20.
Okay, first roll. 16.
16. Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
When you take a bite, excuse me, when you take a bite of this, your hair begins to like stand up on end, almost as if like a bad omen is coming. And then you start to hear what sounds like the crackling of electricity as you look down at your fingertips. You can see small sparks arc between fingertips. You believe that you have just received the charm of Lightning Bolt. The charm allows you to cast Lightning Bolt as an action. No components required. Now, this is not a lasting effect.
Okay.
She looks at you and says, "Do not be tempted to partake too much." She looks at the rest of the group. "Shall you also partake?"
I think it's safe.
Okay. Alana will go over and eat some fruit.
D20?
1?
Olanu, you feel strange. Your stomach begins to ache.
Oh no.
And
take
You-
4 levels of
you
exhaustion.
Hold your hand
Jesus.
out, and when you hold your hand out,
Stinking cloud.
a strange black vein in your arm begins to creep up towards your hand. But the black vein isn't like it continues down and now your vein is just black. It seems like something is moving through your hand, through your arm. A black, long thing making its way through your vein.
To grab a dagger?
You grab a dagger, and as it reaches the palm of your hand, the palm of your hand opens up. And coming out, that little black thing that was crawling up your hand comes up out of your hand. And a small flower blooms in the palm of your hand.
What is this?
She looks at you and she says, "It's just nature's ability."
I'm
To grow a flower out of the palm of my hand.
sure, why not? Kinrava will take a fruit. Why not?
Among the common folk, they do have a name for it. It is called craft. Kinrava, I'm sorry, you said you wanted to take a bite?
Yeah, she'll take. Actually, she'll take 2 fruit, but she'll pocket one. She'll pocket one, and she'll take a bite of one.
Okay, D20.
Don't fuck me. That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Where was that when I was doing my perception checks, dice?
You had a natural 1 and now you got a natural 20. I mean, hey, it's fine. So with that natural 20, you
I
feel
explode.
a healing
Ooh.
energy pulsate through your body. That purplish, like light purple glow that you had cast upon the zombie not too long ago. That same purplish glow begins to slightly come off of your body in a clearly visible manner. You have received a charm of restoration. This charm has 6 charges, which allows you to cast one of the following spells. Greater Restoration, which takes 4 of the 6 charges, and Lesser Restoration, which takes 2 of the charges.
I'm not gonna complain about that. I'll listen to the creepy fruit lady.
Okay. Anybody else?
So can I just ask a point of clarifying, just a little clarifying question?
She
Is
turns
this
to
magic?
you. She turns to you and she has like just completely blackened eyes, just no pupils or anything like that, just all black. And she looks over at you.
Is this magic that would be happening?
She goes, "It is?"
I'm just fine without it, thank you.
Well, you there, bald one.
He just sort of looks towards May, shakes his head no.
Very well.
Would make for a great story.
Can animals partake?
She kind of looks over at Percy and she grins, kind of like just like a side smile. And she bends down on one knee. She says, "Come here, young one." Percy kind of looks over at you, Olanu,
Go ahead.
and then starts to make his way over to her and does like the whole like looking at the fruit thing. And
11.
Percy doesn't eat
Okay.
anything but meat normally.
No, well, I've been forcing him to eat the berry.
I know you have. And because of that, he kind of like takes it, like pushes it around with his beak for a second, looks back at you, Olanu, and Olanu, you're like making like eating like like,
I'm like pointing at it and pointing at its
right. And then he kind of looks back at it and like pokes his beak into it and bursts into it a little bit to get the juices. And then he just takes like a single small bite of it. And he rolled an 11. Okay. All right. It happens, but you don't know what happens.
Cool.
Grimly's words ringing in Arundel's ears about a missing story is more than enough to persuade Arundel.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go. After he says that, he just smiles. You know how to tempt me, don't you? I'll go take a fight.
Okay. So you... Oh, did I freeze everybody's camera? I sure did. Let me... Bonk, 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 bonk. And bonk, bonk.
Everybody jump up on 3.
Okay. All right. And you go over, grab it. D20, what'd you get?
18.
Very nice.
Hey.
Okay.
Thank you all for rolling different things because I
that's
really
good.
wanted to know what they were.
Yeah.
But May wasn't going to eat any.
That's very nice.
That's
Okay, so you have what you believe to be the charm of purple mancy.
Yeah, of course I get the weirdest one.
Purple man?
This charm allows you to cast purple,
Sweet.
or fairy fire to all the layman's.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But you can only use that of a violet shade.
Hey,
How fitting.
hold on. This is definitely not the Feywild campaign. We don't need that. We don't need that kind of craziness.
But the cool thing about it is not only do you get the ability to use fairy fire, but you can use it as a bonus action instead of an action.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
No components required, and you can cast it up to 3 times.
Hell yeah.
Okay. At this moment, Grimly, he walks up to you, and she says,
It's
"What?"
nothing.
Okay. She walks up to you, Grimly, and she kind of kneels down on her knee because she stands probably a good 4 foot taller than you. Well, no, you kind of are kind of just like a small human. I would say she stands probably 2 foot taller than you. So she kind of just leans down, and as she kind of leans down, she looks at you in your eyes, the deep black eyes that she has, kind of reflecting everything around. And she says, "You will fulfill your duty, or you will suffer the consequences." She walks back towards the trees, steps into the when she steps into the wood of the tree begins to move out of the way, basically creating a form shape for her to step into, and the wood closes back up around her, and the last thing you see are her large blackened eyes close, and she disappears into the tree itself, and the trees begin to wither. You see fruit begin to drop to the ground and quickly begin to decompose.
You should check that one in your pocket. You may not have it anymore.
Kinrava will check the fruit.
It's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she'll just pocket it again then.
I've already accepted this fate. I'll put the fruit she gave me. I'm just saying that to myself.
Mhm.
And I'll put the fruit away. Yeah, so should we go?
Who has the highest perception now? Or highest passive, excuse me.
15?
15.
15? Actually, 15 is still pretty good.
Maze is a 14.
Okay. So with that 15, which is Arendal and Olanu, correct?
Mhm.
Arendal and Olanu, you hear some chittering to the south cave. Some movement and some strange, weird sound.
These fucking
Something
things.
that way.
I'll make my way to the sort of edge of that wall to sort of peek in.
All right. What is this?
Go with.
Oh, no, what? There we go. All right. You peek in, and oh god, threw it on the GM overlay. Man, why are you the way you are? Okay. So you peek in, and as if from like a horror film.
Oh. Ooh.
In the corner of the room. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where'd I start this circle? There we go. Oh, it's awful.
All these squares make a circle.
Okay. In the corner of the room, of this cavern here, you see a very weird horror film-like thing. Huddled together at the west end of this 10-foot high cave are 4 hunched-over creatures with spiny backs and sharp claws. As you turn the corner to look at them, they look right back at you, but only with one singular, unblinking eye. You see that their bodies are, like, shaking and vibrating as they look at you.
They're looking right at me.
They're looking right at you.
Cool. Love that. Do I know what these are?
I would say with your history of research and stuff like that, go ahead and I'll allow you to make a Arcana check. Or, I'm sorry, history check.
23.
23. You note these as Nothics.
I almost said it when I saw the icon.
It hasn't been ever documented, because most of the time anybody that would be able to document it either dies or becomes the thing itself. But what is written is a very sparse knowledge of these creatures. Mostly of their abilities, not necessarily of their origin. Now, their abilities are that of a regular Nothic, like in D&D lore or whatever. Basically, you note that these creatures are very insightful, and they are able to speak, and they also have a strange effect that happens with their eyes that causes people to take necrotic damage. That's what you can glean off of your knowledge of the creatures.
BRB for just one moment, sorry.
Okay. One of the creatures stands up at its full height. Now that you kind of are looking over at them and trying to analyze them. Its full height is not that large. It stands probably about 4.5 foot tall at its full height. And it looks over at you. And it begins to like get back down on all fours and slowly make its way towards you. And you see the group of them all begin to, in tandem, follow behind it.
Seem aggressive.
More curious than aggressive, seemingly.
I'll step out into the middle of the like hallway, I guess you would call it, doorway.
Yeah, the cavern entrance.
Yeah. I'll just put my hand up.
one of them will point at you. And let's see, I need you to make target. I need you to make a charisma deception check.
Oh, my specialty. For the record, I have a -1 to this.
Oh no.
Is that's a 0, Daniel?
Oh my
Oh
And that one.
That's a nat 1.
no. -1.
I thought it was a 7, but it is in fact a 1.
Hmm.
So the
Oops.
creature looks out at you, and I assume you know Sylvan. No, just kidding, because these are different. They start speaking in a strange language that you don't know.
Cool. Love that.
May, being able to
I
hear
was about
them
to ask.
speak, you recognize it immediately. Now, you don't, again, we went over this, you don't necessarily,
Mhm.
you can't speak it, but you can kind of glean a few things from it. The other person who can speak it, of course, is Professor Scant, but you recognize it as the language of the Netherese.
Can I understand enough to know what they're saying? Like to get the understanding of what
Yep.
they're saying?
Roll a straight intelligence check.
Okay. I don't think that's a good idea for me, but you know, it's fine. Oh, but of course I didn't roll poorly, so yay! That's a 16 on the nose because I have no pluses
Okay,
to
16.
it.
You're able to glean just a hair of what they said. A few words. One of which is like, let's see. One of which would be like library. Another of which would be story.
Oh, may I see that talking ball?
Kinrava will hold it up.
I
Yeah.
have a name.
I know, I'm sorry, I forgot it. I was gonna ask you once you appeared.
Professor Scant.
Thank you. Do you understand what they're saying? Because I'm only catching like every fourth word.
I didn't hear them what they had said originally. What did they say?
Can I repeat?
You can repeat what they said, but you aren't unable to know exactly what it was. And he
I
goes,
repeat what they said.
it's roughly, they speak of, they know Erendal's knowledge of a library, and that he has done a lot of research, and I that's all I can glean off of it. Something about his family of knowledge.
Kinrava's. Can Kinrava like poke her head in to see like what the Nothics are?
Yeah, I mean, you look around the corner and you can see these awful-looking creatures.
Do I know what these are because there are Nothics in the Underdark, or can I like make an Arcana check for them?
You can also roll a history check, but I need you to also roll a deception.
Oh, okay. Which one first?
First, just to roll to see what you know. So go ahead and roll a history.
History or Arcana?
History to know what they are.
Okay. So history. History. That's a 26.
Okay, so you know of the Nothics, yeah. You've heard stories.
Okay.
But much like Arendal, the stories are never fully fledged. Everything is always like very situational based.
Okay. And deception now?
Yeah, roll deception now.
23.
Okay. Barely. Nothing happens. All right. They keep speaking But this time, May, roll a deception, please.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
For a total of.
A dirty
dirty
20.
20.
Yep.
Okay. They also don't say anything to you.
Are they still...
Olanu, I need a deception.
I'm not rolling the one that rolled a 1. No, that was much better. 9.
Okay. They look over at you, Olanu, and they say, they say,
I'm assuming they talk in a language I can understand.
nope. Professor Scant would have to translate.
Translate.
But they look over at you and they say, Ian was a good friend to you, wasn't he? His death was quite meaningless in it all.
What the fuck?
Are we fighting them or are we walking away?
Grimly.
I'm
Deception.
going to... Does it look like Arundel's being affected, like, negatively by what they're chittering at him?
Not magically. I mean, he can tell you how he's actually feeling in the moment, but
Just the
Okay.
deception check
Yeah.
would be a 9.
they're gonna look over at you, Grimly. And they're like, and you killed your best friend. And it eats you up inside.
What the hell are these things?
They're Nothics.
Arundel, since you are closest, you also notice, if you can see here on the map, a black, metallic-looking cube that stands about 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot.
Yeah. Got 6 dimensions.
It's
Wait a minute.
it's a large 8-foot cube, metallic looking.
Well, I'll have my hands up.
Mhm.
What were you saying, Ray? You were in the middle of saying something.
I was gonna... If I could tell that you were being affected by them, I was
Yeah.
going to literally place my hands on your shoulder and trade places with you. But
Arundel
that's
just-
like...
Yeah.
So,
He just looks curious right now.
okay.
Nobody does anything. I'm just gonna take a couple steps. I'm gonna take a step in. To try and get a better look at what that cube
Professor
is.
Scant, because he knows that you guys can't speak it, he kind of looks over and he goes, "Do you want me to speak them?"
What was the purpose? What they're saying?
Roch nach nicht ne. And they speak again. He kind of illuminates and says, "They are just diving for information, it seems."
To what end?
To use it against us.
Nicht nachwa. And then he looks over and he says, "It is who they are." Oh, what they are.
They prevent us from leaving.
He looks over at them, speaks again. And one of them answers, and he goes, "They will not prevent us from leaving, but it was very strange the way he said it."
Arundel? What are you looking at?
Arundel, you step into the room, and
I follow right behind him.
you can follow right behind him. The Nothic is just like directly staring at you in your eyes. And he goes, and Professor Scant says, "What can you offer us?"
Oh, what a weird question. What the fuck? How do I answer that?
Alanu,
them
do you still
move.
have any of those good berries?
Sure. How many did I? It was
I
10.
mean, that's the cheap. I mean, that's the cheapest thing we have. Maybe just
Mm.
offer that to them.
Alana will hold out her hand to them with. There's probably 1, 2.
There's 4.
There's probably 4. Yeah, 4 left.
And so the Nothic's like, as soon as the food comes out, they like turn over towards you and like their eyes like shift back and forth. And almost like slowly and cautiously they approach you and then quickly snatch the berries out of your hand and force them into their mouths. They have small like mouths for their skulls, and they start chomping down, and almost like Lord of the Rings where he's like chomping down on the tomato, like all the stuff gets down on his face. It's very similar to that. And they kind of look at you and they say, "What is it that you'd like to know?"
Anyone
Trying
curious?
to look at Ken.
Where do you come from?
One just states Yithrin.
What's that cube?
They look over at it. Not sure.
What can you tell us about Yithrin?
What is it that you'd like to know?
Is the city still dangerous?
Very.
Oh, lovely. Can you name some of these dangers? Any traps?
Giant, looting, magical forces wander around the city. And one looks at you and states, magical beings created by the mages long ago still roam the streets as well.
Do any of the mages live?
Possibly. Eriolarthis. And as soon as that is said, it is said in a way, obviously, that it doesn't need to be translated. It's a name. So everybody can understand it. Grimly, as soon as he says Eriolarthis, your skin begins to crawl, and your pendant, your pendant begins to burn on your chest. And he says, Eriolarthis, a powerful Netherese archwizard, watches over you.
Do I remember that name by any chance?
Very much so.
Cool. Cool.
The name immediately sends you back 1,000 years to one of your torturers. He was a archwizard of the city, somewhat its leader, and the one who wanted to know how to absorb your magical energy.
Where can we find him?
The central tower, the central tower, central tower.
Which way is the central tower?
You can't miss it. The lock. Tell them about the lock. There is a shield that guards the central tower.
What kind of shield?
Magic. Magic. Magic.
Of course. Do you know how to break it?
They kind of look at each other and shake their head no. The one in the back kind of raises his head up in the air and he goes, I believe I do. One must perform a ritual. What? No. What or where the ritual is.
Is there any treasures that still remain in the city?
Treasures.
Magical artifacts? We were led to believe by someone else that there was something that could control the weather.
The Mythallar, the Mythallar, the Mythallar. Yes. There is.
Is it intact?
Not sure.
And have you seen anyone who looks like me coming past you with white hair?
Many, many, many.
Was there a large hulking figure with them with claws and forearms?
They look at each other and look back at you. Yes?
Well, we know where they are. Has anyone else besides us come past you? Well, and them.
No. We don't normally make our way out of the tunnel here. There is some sort of magical barrier.
Is the Mythallar in the tower?
Yes.
It's never easy, is it?
Of course not.
Well, I have to admit you have been remarkably helpful, more than I expected. As such, you should certainly receive compensation, and she'll take 5 rations from her bag and toss it to that way.
Mm-hmm. A few, like 3 of them begin to devour it. The 4th one just keeps an eye on you guys.
Going to push in more unless they.
You have to like kind of scoot by it as it just like doesn't move its body, but its head shifts and watches you as you walk by.
Just gonna go up to this black cube.
It looks over at you again, Arendelle. And says, tough. Arendelle, it would say, you keep stories to entertain yourself. It is not for the knowledge of others.
Just ignore him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna observe this cube. Is it like it's like a one solid Big.
It's like a weird solid piece of metal. Like the cube is like one solid piece of 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot.
Is
I'm
there
gonna
any
cast.
texture?
There's no texture. It's almost like, well, I guess it would be texturized, right? It's like a dirty piece of metal. It's not like a clear glass panel of metal.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Nothing happens.
Okay, so it's not magical, at least.
You said something was off with the way they said they would not prevent us from leaving. But then they spoke of a barrier. What is this barrier and where is it?
They speak of a barrier around the tower, and I believe they just meant a barrier of ice.
Ah, okay.
Well, let's find out. Frankly, I don't think we're going to get very much out of these creatures anymore. And I'm quite eager to get. And I'm quite eager to get to see the city before my brother gets his hands on too much of it.
They gave me just enough.
Does this cube seem like it's cold, especially cold or warm or anything?
So I mean, it doesn't have like any steam or anything like that rising off it. So visually, it doesn't look.
I'll put my hand on it.
You kind of put your hand on it. It is very cold. Not overtly so. It's not like it doesn't freeze your hand off or anything like that immediately. But as you go to
That's what you'd need.
remove your hand from it,
Yeah.
Almost like in A Christmas Story, with his tongue to the pole, you try to remove your hand, and you can't.
Great.
Can I come over and light a torch underneath his hand?
Woo.
And just be like, I'm sorry, this probably is going to hurt a little bit.
Yeah. You light a torch underneath Arundel's hand, and when you do, the torch kind of like starts to warm up Arundel's hand a little quickly, obviously. And where did I? Hold on. Thought I had it.
Uh-oh.
Give me 1 second. I had it. Now it's gone. There we go. All right. So you place your hand on it, and then suddenly, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. This is going to be at May.
Okay.
Great.
That is a 17.
Okay. As you are placing the fire underneath his hand, a vestigial mouth begins to form on the outside of the metal as large, sharpened teeth make its appearance. And as it does, you hear a boiling from within, and a large spout of acid comes flying in your direction, and you duck out of the way. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Ah, fuck.
Great. Love that.
Oh, my roll initiative.
There it goes.
I love that my hand is stuck to this fucking thing.
Wasn't Liam
We're
in
not the
that
ones that's gonna
situation?
keep you here.
Thought it was going to be some like cool artifact.
start my combat.
I'm glad I didn't do what I first thought about doing,
There it is.
which was literally like grabbing your arm and putting my foot.
Yep. I was gonna do the same
That would've
thing,
been great.
comedically putting
Try
my
it
foot
out.
on it. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Really, really glad.
That would have been great. I would have loved that. Let's see. Pop this up to.
Oh!
Oh my god! Of course, it's a fucking mimic.
Oh my
It's a
god.
spitting mimic.
Whatever the fuck.
Give me
that
1 second.
means.
All right.
Now, will the Nothic help us or hurt us?
Choose the mimic.
That's awesome.
Is
was
spitting
part of
mimic
the-
unique to this adventure?
I've
Or is it
never
from a
seen
different
before.
book?
I have never seen it before.
I've never heard of it.
I both hate and love mimics.
Yeah, same. I've never fought a mimic before, so this is cool.
Oh, really?
Wait,
Yeah.
did
No,
you
so
not
this is
fight
specific
it
to this.
in earlier in Icewind?
No, this is a different mimic. Different type. Of
No.
mimic.
Yes. Trey said he's never fought a mimic before.
Did we fight a mimic before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
grabbed onto Leodid.
I don't remember.
It was before everybody
It was in the
God.
Durgar.
Everything before Arendelle, I've already
you've already
deleted my.
forgotten.
Yeah.
Yep. He's
Back in the-
character.
I gotta stay in character. I gotta
Yes,
stay in
thank-
character.
Okay. Let's go down the line. Let me pull up my sheet here. All right, Grimly.
My Grimly dice rolled me a 16 initiative.
Very nice.
Nice.
Okay. May.
Oh man, I'm not used to that at all. It's a dirty 20.
30-20. Ulanu.
19!
Nice.
Hey.
Oh, yes.
Arendelle.
18.
Very nice. And Kin.
18.
Yo!
This is bullshit.
What the piss? 16, 18, 19, and 20. I mean, I'm gonna roll, but
Finally
Jesus.
roll decent, and I'm still last.
I mean, I'm not okay. Yeah, okay, fine. I guess. At least it got like one attack in. Dear God. Okay, well, let's see what happens. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start. So to begin with, May, with your dirty 20.
All right. Well, I am going to
Thanks, Arth.
two-hand my longsword, and
Okay.
I'm gonna go in and hit it.
Okay.
That is a 23. Nope, 22 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. And since I'm two-handing it, that is not a whole lot. It is only 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay, 12 points slashing.
And then for my second one, I'm going to hit it again. That's definitely over 20 again. I think it's 24. Yep, that's how math works. That is 13.
13
Yeah.
damage. Okay.
13 damage. And then I'm going to, is it still holding on?
Oh yeah, very much so.
Okay, I'm going to... It's probably not the best time to do it, but whatever. I've not done it before and I want to. I'm going to use some of my psychic energy with that last one.
Okay.
And add some force damage to it. That is 5 points of force damage.
5 points of force damage. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're mauling this thing already.
That's
I
my
love fighters.
Okay.
turn.
All right. And that means that next up, is that your turn, by the way? Are you moving? Are you doing anything?
Yeah, nope, I am staying right where I am.
Okay, Olanu with a 19.
Does it seem like the Nothics will let me move past them?
You don't know.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay,
Don't know till you
I
know, you know.
will attempt, because my movement will get me here. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong screen because I'm not. Yep. I will attempt to get here.
Okay. You make it past the first Nothic,
Okay.
and as you make it past it, you will take an attack of opportunity against it.
Great.
Oh,
Great.
I fucking knew it.
I'll fucking do it. Can't believe you've done this.
That is...
I knew we should have killed them when we seen them.
Y'all are dumb.
Oh, but
It's a dirty 20.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
why can't we have some meat?
Please, sir, can I have some more?
That is going to be 7 points of slashing.
Cool. At that, she's going to go into a rage, change her plan of attack, and whoop this thing's ass.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It attacks
Recklessly.
You. Yeah, it attacks you, and when it attacks you, all 4 of them let out this like horrifying screech of battle. It has like 2 tones in their voice, like it sounds like 2 people screaming at the same time coming from one voice, that kind of thing.
I love that.
22 to hit for the
Yep.
first.
Are you hitting the one that hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. That is.
And she's using the spear.
The spear, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
13 points of damage.
13 to the first guy. Yep.
Okay, and reckless attack on the same guy. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
$15 damage.
Woo.
And she screams at him.
Yeah, they have like this harmonious screech going on, and then all of a sudden, like right back in their face. Okay, let's see, Percy.
I used my bonus action, so he just takes the dodge action.
Got it. He is dodging, and then I think we have a combine here of Arundel or Kin, whichever one wants to go first.
Go for
I
it.
think his dex is higher than mine.
You can go with Dex. Okay, Arundel.
Oh, jeez. Well, I didn't want to go first, is the thing.
I mean, if you want me to go first, I'll be happy to.
Please do.
Okay.
If I could go last every combat, that would be great.
Okay, sure. Fuck the rules, just go last every combat.
Let's see. What level is this? 30-foot cone. Okay.
Area of effect.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. So she going to come by here, and she'll cast Rhymes Binding Ice.
Okay. On who?
The Nothics.
Okay.
It'll catch Olanu in it, but she's still gonna get the Nothics.
I'm immune to cold.
Yeah, I know. You do still need to make a strength saving throw, though.
Which I have advantage on.
Mhm.
Wait, hold on. I think it's strength. Let me double check here.
It was 24 if it's strength.
Holy moly. Cold is fun for me.
Constitution saving throw, so Constitution.
Jazz, man. Welcome in, Jazz.
Let me roll.
So can the four Nothics and Olanu make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay. And then, am I? Nope. Oh, that's fine. Same number. 24. I rolled higher.
Yeah, you're fine.
Con saves?
Yes, for
Yeah.
all 4, please.
Hail. What is the save?
16.
3 fail, 1 succeed.
All right. So the 3 that succeed, the one that succeeded
Mm-hmm.
is fine.
Okay.
The 3 that failed, they take 2, 3, 4.
Pina colada. Welcome in again.
Oh wait. 2, 3, 4. So that is.
What you got?
5. 2, 3, 4 is 5. Yeah, so they take 9 points of cold damage if they failed.
Okay.
And they are now restrained in a large ball of ice.
And they're now restrained. What?
They're now restrained because they're frozen in ice.
Got it. So
The one
like
that
from
succeeded
their
takes only half
from like their
damage.
waist down, they are like frozen in ice, restrained. So they like their arms are even stuck in the ice too, as they try to like
Yes.
remove themselves.
Yeah, she's gonna like raise up her hands and like a magic circle will, like the head of a white dragon will come out of it and then breathe a blast of air into the chamber. Faded
Awesome.
away.
One of the Nothics hides behind Olanu as Olanu like just eats the blast.
Okay. And let's see. Then she's gonna go back here. And she's gonna look at her Zombozo and just go, yeah, kill him.
Okay.
Send the zombie in, I guess. I'll just use Omen as the
Let
zombie
me-
for now.
I was gonna say I can pull off some zombies here.
Zombozo.
Should be able to. What are you doing? Okay, it doesn't
There
have a
he is.
picture, really? Hold on. My library. Do I really not have zombie? I thought I did. Oh, I know why. Dude, I haven't used Roll20 in like a couple months.
I'm the same way, man. You're not the only one.
All right, so apparently in this in this thing, they only have kobold zombies.
That's fine. I'll take it.
So you
It's
you
just a
killed
drow
one,
zombie.
so you do have 2. All right, you go and you tell it to attack.
Yep, so it can just do as a slam attack.
Advantage.
3
Yeah, with
kobolds in a
advantage, I
coat
guess.
equals 1 zombie.
Yeah, there you go. That's 14 to hit.
Ooh, no, it actually just misses.
Oh. Yeah, it just like runs in and like tries to hit him and it just doesn't.
Yep.
And Kinrala just going to be like, just as worthless in death as they are in life.
All right.
Alright, Andal, your turn.
Arendal's turn. My hand's still stuck to this goddamn.
Your hand
Yeah.
is still stuck, and I'll say that because May put the fire there,
Ooh,
you take 1 point of
Good.
fire damage.
hell yeah. All
Before,
right.
of course, the like
Sweet.
the acid spit, which has now begun to like sink into the ice behind you.
Behind me? Because
Behind-
you
yeah,
spit at
behind
me?
you. Yeah.
Okay. Did it hit a Nothic?
God damn it. Fuck! Of course it did.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one. So that's gonna be. What the fuck? What? Jesus. Okay, hold on.
What just happened?
I think a Nothic just died.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
That Nothic who was like screaming out, like ready for combat, suddenly, like it's covered in acid, and you just hear it, just like screaming out in pain as like you just see like blackish white smoke begin to emanate from where the acid landed on it, and it's like trying to get the acid off.
Great.
Cool.
Fuck it up, Grimly. Oh, Aragorn,
Well then, I don't know what to do.
This is, by the way, this is what happens when I describe things. When I'm like, the spit went over you and it was cool because it landed in the ice and and then now one of my characters is almost dead.
Well, I can't really do much, Dan. I can't really do much there, buddy.
Well, you're stuck, but that's only one hand.
Yeah, I'm stuck. That's only one hand. That's true. I'm going to use
can
a bonus action to cast Fairy Fire on this Mimic.
Okay.
I don't know what the DC is, unless it's my DC.
It is 15.
Ooh.
Which it succeeds, actually.
Oh, damn you, Dan.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Way to go,
Then I'm
Purple.
gonna... Yeah, if I just what'd you say?
Said, way to go, Purple.
Oh, thanks.
Purple Mancy.
Purple Mancy. I'm gonna pull out the Claw of Icewind Dale,
Yeah, because that was a bonus action.
and then I'm gonna make 2 attacks
Okay. You are making 2 attacks at it or the Nothic.
at it.
Okay, so you have disadvantage on the attacks.
Great, love that for myself. First one, disadvantage. I already fucking missed. Cool. 13.
Oh, I lied. Reroll both of them. This is just a regular roll. The disadvantage comes for anybody that tries to get away from this creature.
So the first roll was a 4, which is a 13.
Okay, so 13 just misses.
Great, and then the second one, I can replace one of my attacks with a cantrip. I'm going to make it a booming blade.
Okay. Your
18.
18 hits.
Okay.
The first one, when you attack, you like strike at it, and right where the fleshy bit of the mimic is, suddenly turns into that metal again, and it like shrinks off the metal.
God damn it.
But the booming blade goes off.
Cool, let me get all these dice. Do you need me to separate the damage types, or are we good?
Mm-mm.
Nope. Got it.
Unless one of them is acid.
Nope. Not a great roll. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Cool. Love that.
What do we got?
13 points of damage.
So
I rolled 1, 1, 2, 3.
so you and May have kind of sliced into this thing a few times. The tongue, like in its mouth, has begun to like slowly lick up your face, Arendelle, as you attack it.
Don't like that. Don't like that at all. That's all I can do.
Okay.
Unless I can try and escape from this thing. I don't think I can.
No, you can use
Not
your
without an
action.
action. Yeah.
Okay. Now that we have those two, last but not least, we have Grimly.
I've been like looking at everything that I can do and still struggling to figure it out. So
Shoot him!
Grimly will step
Just
up
shoot,
behind
pull out
this
a gun and shoot him.
zombie. Yeah. He's gonna pull out his bow and fire at this guy that took the acid.
Okay, yeah, that one.
Oh. That is
Yes.
14 to hit.
14 just misses.
Damn. Second shot. Much better. 26.
That does it.
Damn.
1d8
The first
plus
shot
4.
actually looks like it's about to hit him in the arm, but then its arm falls off due to the acid finally eating through the bone.
And that is 7 damage.
Okay.
With what's that? Piercing with the bow.
Yep.
And then 1d6 necrotic
That's bonus.
is 3 more necrotic.
Hey, there it is. Wait, hold on, necrotic. Fuck. I think you're fine. It's not undead, right? Yeah, you're good. Okay. So yeah, with the necrotic damage, the acid damage, and everything like that, the arrow pierces the Nothic right in dead center of that giant eye on its face. And it begins to screech, and it begins to move its eye. And you know when you have, like, you've seen something like where it's stuck in the eye and it like moves, like the arrow begins to move along with it. And it's like trying to move, and the arrow is freaking out and everything like that. The arrow dissipates in the eye because of the returning aspect of the ammunition. But the eye itself begins to blacken over until finally the Nothic just falls to the ground, and you can see its skin boiling as the acid begins to still continue to eat through it.
And as a bonus action, I will summon my Tentacles of the Deep right where it was standing.
Okay. I don't know if I grabbed a tentacle, did I? I feel like I did. Nope, I guess I didn't. Is there anything here? Okay.
I got it.
Tentacle of the Deep. Perfect! Nailed it.
Perfect.
What the hell is that second one? Get out of here. Alright, cool. I mean, it was a lot better than mine. I was going to throw, like, one of these things down. Oh, shit. Never mind. I can't because you have to buy it. Never mind.
Great.
Yeah. Alright. Tentacle of the Deep goes up. Cool. Cool. Now, everything else gets to go. I thought you were going to blow these things up. Alright, cool. So, first and foremost, Olanu, you are going to be under fucking an insane amount of shit now.
I did want to move up if I could to here.
Okay, yeah, you can.
Alright. That'll end my turn. Does it get an attack when I summon it?
Yes, it does.
I definitely want to do that if I have the chance.
I totally forgot about that.
Make a melee attack. The one right next to it to the south.
Okay, directly underneath you. Or it.
Yeah, it's 1d8 cold damage.
It says
3.
when you create the tentacle, you can make a melee spell attack against one creature.
Yeah, 3 cold damage.
3 cold? Okay. Boom. -3 damage. Perfect. Hit goes off.
Thank you.
It slaps across the Nothic, and the Nothic kind of screams back at the tentacle, but then looks, of course, at Olanu, who is chopping her companion into pieces at this point. And like I said, Olanu, you're going to be harassed right now. So that is going to be quite a few attacks against you here. Seeing that they can make 2 attacks, so let's go with, it's gonna be 4 attacks against you, and then 1, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
+3.
$21.
Okay, so you succeed there. So the first
That's why I
one's
moved up.
a hit.
Thanks.
Second one's a hit. Third one's a hit. Holy shit, they're rolling really good. And fourth one's a miss. So 3 hits.
Mhm.
And that is going to be 20 points of damage down to 10.
Okay.
As they just unleash a barrage of claw attacks at you as they try to rip into your skin. One of them jumps on your back and just starts like clawing at your skull. It tries to like reach around your face and like claw at your eyes. All right. One of them, you notice that its eye begins to glow, but you like take your elbow and fucking force it into its eye, and it like reels back in pain.
Who needs bless when I bless you with my presence?
Could you not? Actually, you know what? Fuck you, Grimly. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Hashtag blast.
Fair. That is a 24.
What?
God damn.
I rolled a 19.
Shit!
these Grimly dice.
This is garbage. All right, well, since we played the same game last time, Icewind Kobold Zombie, make a dexterity saving throw, please, for me. Wait.
Oh boy.
Are zombies immune to acid? No, right?
Oh,
There's
27,
no
because I get a +3.
No,
too.
no, they're not.
Okay.
That's a 19.
Are you fucking
Plus
kidding?
3.
+3.
Wait, does the zombie get +3?
He's an
I don't know.
Grimly
technically.
considers him a friendly.
Actually, he gets -3.
Anyways,
Or it.
for some reason, the acid just goes completely wide and off, and doesn't hit anybody.
You don't take half damage from success?
No, it just misses.
Oh, well, that's weird.
I mean, it's
Okay.
just acid spit. Oh wait, fuck!
Ooh.
You're not wrong.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Sorry. I didn't realize there was half damage. Okay, so May. First off, May, since we are gonna.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That's
I'm super surprised
Hey,
that a
I
mimic
just like,
didn't.
that's like how spells work
That's-
usually.
I was like,
You take
that's how
half
most everything works.
damage. Yeah.
BRB a second, guys.
No,
I'm
Seth,
immune to disease. No, I'm just kidding.
So,
the disease of acid.
So May, you take 31. I'm sorry. You take 15 points of acid damage.
Jesus.
Hey, that's act.
No, you take 15. 15 is half.
We're in the big leagues now.
And then Grimly,
Huh?
And the zombie.
you take 17 points of acid damage
Oof.
as it misses you, but as it's flying through the air, it's dripping on the ground,
Whoa.
and it flies over you, and a few bits of acid flies on top of you. And I will not make the zombie take any damage as it is secondary.
Okay.
And he dodged it. So now we move back. I think that's all I can do, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Then we go back to the top. So back to the top, and we start with May.
All right, she's gonna hit it again. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. Still two-handing this thing. That's 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That is 15 to hit. Yeah.
15 does hit.
Okay. That is 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And I've not done it yet, and it sounds like fun. Why not? Let's action surge.
Go for it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That
I
is
love fighters.
a nat 20 to hit.
Let's go.
Hey.
Alright. That is 20 points even of slashing damage.
Nice.
And with that bonus 20 points of damage that you do, the form of the mimic begins to shift and writhe under the pain. You chop its tongue that is licking Arundel. You chop its tongue clean off. And as it does, like the shapes begin to morph. And you see it begins to fall and succumb to its own acid. And it begins to boil up from inside, and it like spews it out, but it's like spewing it over its own body and on its face. And as it does, it just falls and like kind of sinks down into the ground, like almost like a deflated balloon, as acid begins to just take over, and now it's just like a bubbling pool of flesh and acid.
Nice.
Right, then with it gone, I'm going to come there.
Okay,
Not getting out of anybody's range.
sure.
And then I'm done.
Grimly, would you like to take an attack of opportunity against May?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will also.
Okay.
Can I just stick my foot out and trip her?
So I've got this thing called telekinetic movement. So anything that is large or smaller, I can just move. So if you try to do that, I will just move you.
Yeah, Grimly, you put your foot out, and she looks over at you like squinty eyes and jumps over your foot and continues moving.
Yeah, I have
Just-
Warcaster, so as she
just-
moves,
just
I'm gonna
testing.
cast
All right.
Disintegrate.
Anybody I
disintegrate.
make an opportunity attack at, I get to move 10 feet.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Relentless Avenger.
So, with that, let's see. Olanu, you're up next.
She is going to reckless attack for her first against the one in front of her that's almost dead.
Mhm.
27
Ooh, that
hits. And then, oh, why am I rolling? Ooh. 17 points of damage.
Okay, that one fucking explodes into a mist of blood.
And she's just gonna go over and attack the other one.
Okay.
Advantage, too.
Advantage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I was. Okay. So that it doesn't get advantage on me for reckless attacking. Sweet.
Yep. That's one of the reasons I moved.
That's assuming it lives here.
26.
True.
That
Yeah.
hits.
And...
Are you sure, Dan?
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe not.
motherfucker. 8 damage.
Hey!
Oh.
Aw.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
No. Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, and then Percy.
Percy. Yep.
Will.
I wouldn't put him near them.
It's like 80-foot movement, right? Or something like that. He's some crazy flight movement. 40 foot,
120.
120. He's a fucking bullet.
360.
He just teleports.
Somehow he has misty step. We're not sure how.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it's
Here
weird.
he is. That would be weird. Yeah, he has an 80-foot fly speed.
Yeah, figured.
I like how she's completely ignoring us while she does what she needs to do, and then Allie will make sure that she answers our question.
How tall is this cavern?
15 feet, I think is what he said.
15. The cavern you're in,
15.
the one Percy's in, is 50. 50.
Okay.
And then this little side cavern is 15.
Okay, so he can stay out of range to get into the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, I keep using the wrong screen.
I think.
Yeah, like, clicking on the stream.
Yeah. So he'll come in and land next to this one,
Okay.
and he will go ahead and make a actions.
Scratchy.
Yeah. And he can do
Bitey.
multi-attacks, so he'll make 2 of those. Oh, that one misses. What is? Oh, they both miss.
Oh,
It was a 3 and a 2. So he gets angry because he missed, and he squawks at him.
In your head, Olanu, you hear Percy. Dang it! Why?
It's okay. You'll get him next time.
Wait. How did she hear that?
Exactly.
Because the DM.
Because the DM. No, there's actually a reason.
So
Y'all did eat.
she
he also
initially
ate
goes.
fruit.
Yeah, she initially just goes, "Don't worry, Percy, you'll get him." And he said, "What?"
Then wait, what? And then Percy looks up at you and doesn't say anything, but all you hear in your head is, "Wait, what?"
Oh my god.
Okay. And
That's amazing.
Is it? That's it.
That's it. Okay. All right, it's a good turn. All right, next up, Kin.
Okay, it's my turn. What can I do?
Fireball.
I could.
Please don't.
She's gonna move into here.
No, God, please, no.
And
They know that look in Kin's eyes already.
so she's gonna go look towards the Professor Orb and say, "Scant, translate everything I say, please."
Understood.
Then she's just going to say, "You dare attack your betters! Drown in your despair, you vile vermin!" And she's going to cast Summon Aberration right on top of their asses.
Jesus.
Great.
Okay.
Hey, she
Oh,
fed
man.
these little gits and they attack us.
For Kid Rava to be a bard, and that would be her vicious mockery.
I gotta make it a drawing. Alright, whatever.
Yeah, she's going to summon a Star Spore right on top of their faces.
Okay.
And when it comes up, it's going to be covered in eyeballs and everything, and she's going to... You know what? No. Let's make sure this is a good one. And then all of a sudden, instead of eyes, it's got blades that shoot out of its body and start whirling like a buzzsaw.
Awesome. I just assume it also makes the sound of a buzzsaw. Let's continue.
Yeah. It's like blades made out of bone. That sounds like a buzzsaw.
Awesome.
So, it's going to attack... It's going to attack that Nothic here.
Okay.
And let's see. A slam attack. So... 17.
17 hits.
Oh, okay then. So that is 1d8 plus 3 plus the spell's levels. 5 plus 3, 8. So it's 1d8 plus 8. 7 plus 8. Math is hard.
15.
15 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
Is it still going?
It's still alive. Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he'll make another attack. That is... Oh, that's much better. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alright.
D8 plus 8.
Oh, that's a full 16 points of damage.
Nice. It is still up, but barely. You've essentially chopped off a few of its limbs in the process.
Alrighty.
Nice.
And let me just quickly check something. Okay then. Can they make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
God damn.
Because everything
They
within
fail.
5 feet of the aberration's aura
Oh, that
takes
one fails.
2d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
They both fail.
Oh.
What was the save?
It's 16.
No, what kind?
Wisdom.
That's a 9.
Okay, so all three fail.
Oh. I better roll low.
Oh, well, sir, not low.
That is 6 and a 5, so that is
11.
Cool.
11 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
So,
I feel like as a Psi fighter, I should be resistant to that, and I'm a little pissed off that I'm not.
does that kill it?
It kills one of them for sure.
So, in that case, can I say that when she summons the aberration, rather than summon it behind them, she throws a ball of energy at one of the Nothics, it hits it, and the aberration is summoned inside of it and just...
Oh yeah, of
out.
course.
Oh, that's amazing.
Of course.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, the creature's eye goes as wide as it possibly can as it begins to shake and look around, and suddenly an arm bursts out of its chest and slams into the ground as blades start spinning out of it, causing it to like burst into like 5 or 6 different pieces, and then suddenly climbing out of it, you see this aberration.
Welcome to my blender, boys.
Which causes May to kind of freak the fuck out for a second.
That's my turn.
Okay.
It's Resident Evil shit.
Wisdom.
You're not-
and you gotta make the 16.
It was a what is it called?
Flavor?
Flavor text. So
Okay.
Yeah, so you're
Olanu, I
not-
put them on top of them just because that we flavored it that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
We had
you're
originally
not-
had them
you
down
don't
here
need to
because we
say
couldn't
the
have them in
same.
the same spot.
that was a thing.
Yeah. Wait, Psy Warriors aren't resistant to psychic damage?
Level 10.
Oh, okay. Fair enough then.
All right. So with that, we move on. I think.
By the way.
to Grimly. No,
Oh!
Arendelle.
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 That's right. I forgot you guys swapped.
All right. Are we just gonna surround this thing and? I'm gonna move down here. Can I do that, Daniel?
You may.
And I'm gonna attack it. I run, I pull out the Claw of Icing Death again, and I'm going to make my first attack on it.
I just realized we had 2 names that were our common English for other words. We have May and Abel.
Mm-hmm.
But you may, you might be able.
You may be able.
You may be
That
able.
first one's a natural 20.
Ah!
Oh, shit. With Icewind Dale's Claw, too.
Yeah.
My next name will be Sorta.
Fuck you. That's great. May's sort of able.
May sort of be able to-
Very southern talk, but I'll take it.
That is 30 points of damage.
God, of course it fucking is. All right, well, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, I just run behind this fucking aberration that just spawned out of the corpse of this Nothic. I do an unnecessary spin move on the frozen floor.
Here's the deal. What happens is, like, there's like a horizontal fucking saw blade, and you like slide on your knees and do like a circular spin on your knees underneath the saw blade as you like limbo
Yep.
underneath it.
And I just drive the dagger into its thigh and drive it up through its torso and out of its shoulder.
Awesome. Does Icing Death's dagger not have an effect when it dies? I think it has a death
Yep.
effect.
It's magically frozen solid for 1d10 days.
Awesome. So the dagger sinks into its leg as it screams out. It notes that it is at death's door when you stab it in its leg. And as its last breath, it lets out the loudest shriek where everybody has to kind of cover their ears due to the pain that it causes this shriek. It echoes throughout the caverns. And then suddenly the dagger up the creature's body, and the creature like reaches out towards Arendelle and freezes in place. And that is where we are going to take today's first break.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right. So with that, this creature is gone, and we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Take this time to use the restroom, grab a drink, grab a snack. We will be right back. Thank you, everybody. Let me see.
Yeah, I have Dan's screen big in Discord so that I could see everybody and the
I
map.
see.
So I keep clicking over here instead of the other one. Hey, be right back.
Ray has mastered the art of OBS. He's
Wait, did you
fading in
just
and
say
out.
something to me? I did.
Yeah, you're fading in and out. You got these transitions. That's great.
I don't know how to do that. I can do this. Boop.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I just really quick had to use the restroom. How's it going, chat? How's everybody doing? You guys enjoying today's episode? Nice. Arth, I really do appreciate the gift subs earlier. Thank you so much. Sharing is caring. I agree. Same goes to you, Pax. I don't know if you're still here. Thank you so much for the gift subs as well. Oh, I just realized I got a new emote for the it's an otter with a shell and half a heart. What is that? Hype hands 1. Oh, there's 2? There's 2 parts to it? Can somebody give me a high five with emotes? Is that what that is? Hype hands 1. Yeah, there's got to be a hype hands 2, right? Yeah, I think there's one that's probably the other half of this. Damn it. We need another hype train. I want that other emote. That's pretty cool. Because there's hype shock, but it doesn't fit with it. So I'm guessing there's a hype hands 2. There's that. I'm glad they gave us some more animal emotes too. They give us like cats and dogs. All these puppers and kitties. Trey, are you you learning Arundel's theme? Or not Arundel's theme, Abel's theme?
I learned Abel's theme a while ago.
Oh, did you for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Super.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but we are on break. Can you play a little bit?
Oh shit.
Oh,
Abel's
shit.
theme?
Yeah, Abel's theme.
I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if my noise gate will. This is literally it.
Oh.
This is literally the whole thing.
Yep. Let me play the original here. You have it here. Yep. Oh, you missed the intro. You gotta get the intro.
I don't know how you play.
The strum. It's a strum, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a guitar though.
You don't think that's a guitar?
Sounds like a. I don't know.
I don't know what that is actually. It doesn't sound like a guitar now. Unless it's just a guitar, but it's like modified.
Like high-strung steel wire.
You gotta get the solo. That's what I thought. I want to hear that part. The Spanish like solo. Nope. No.
Nope. I used to know how to play the solo part.
A 12-string guitar. There we go. See? Could be.
So just in case y'all were wondering, the difficulty with owning a ferret, is they're little, and they can hide. So I spent all of break, which hasn't been that long, but still, all of break going, Roxy, where are you? And they don't make noise, so it's not like they can respond.
Yeah. But
she does this thing where she's taking a nap and she hears me, and she just kind of like noodles out of the bed, out of whatever she's sleeping in, but doesn't like move. It's just like, aren't you gonna pick me up now? Wait, where, Mom, where are you? So yeah, she was in a pile of dirty laundry on the floor.
Perfect place for a little fuzzy noodle.
I'm so hungry right now. Should have grabbed them. I don't really keep snacks in the house.
I keep them just for D&D.
Wifey's on a diet, so that means I'm on a diet.
So you can have what, celery sticks? And
yeah, basically. Yeah.
I have never had so many actions in a turn before.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, if I could cast haste on myself, it'd be over.
I mean, we'd spend 20 minutes
would
just
cast
having you
haste
attack.
on you. I would cast haste on.
Well, we
wanna
just
get
have
chewed
like a
out again.
conversation about that. I have all these D6s that I don't need.
Now we can haste the barbarian and the fighter.
That's true.
So cool.
Arth has a plethora of
All the damage. Everything does.
hype emotes, or what are they called? The train emotes, hype train emotes. What does that hype want? Hog face. Dude, from afar, it literally looks like Baby Yoda's and like half his ear. And like something underneath it. I don't know what the hell. But it's like a Doberman face or something.
I have 17 D6s in Leodin's dice. And I really don't need that many for May.
Oh, looks like we're all back. That was a nice quick break. Good job, guys.
Everyone gets a snack.
Okay.
Steve brought the snacks to me, so.
Oh. He brings you food? You should keep him.
That's a good hubby.
I will keep him. Forever.
Oh boy.
I just need to become a necromancer so I can animate dead if anything unfortunate
On
happens.
that creepy note, let's head back in. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome back. Let me back up here so we can get some music going. Okay.
So Steve made dark chocolate brownies,
I saw that.
and he gave me one with my snack. They have a tendency to change the inside color of your mouth.
Oh. Are you gonna be like
He sabotaged
missing
me.
teeth?
You don't So
We can't. No, you're good. You're
Okay.
good. I can't tell.
okay, we're good.
Lie to her and say
We
the
can all
same
tell.
thing I
We
just
can all
did.
tell, Allie. We can all see it clear as day.
Just kidding. All right.
And as a dental assistant, this is gonna kill me.
All right. We pick back up as that final creature freezes in ice right in front of you. And the sounds of whirring blades is the only thing that you can hear echoing through the cave right here.
That was fun.
Can we go find a tower and kill a damn mage?
We have to figure out how to open the tower. I wonder.
We can work on that on the way.
Of course.
What was you wondering, Olanu?
He said a ritual. I wonder if that's the thing from the book.
That we. Oh, he doesn't know.
That was a good catch. It was a good catch.
Well, why
Professor,
don't we find this? Let's find the city first. Then we should at the very least have a rest before. No.
Okay.
And then we'll have a look around to see what we can find.
Are the trees all dead?
The trees at this point are withered.
Can I touch one and see if it like disintegrates into dust? Like, is that the amount of withered?
No, you see it's just
Okay.
like dead wood.
Gotcha.
Okay. You make your way to what looks to be a tunnel and a slight ramp downwards. Right here. You note that there are 3 other exits to this room as well, so whatever you'd like to do.
Do we want to see where they all go and then, I don't know, Rochambeau, which one we go to?
we can check the other ones before we decide which way to go.
Works for me.
Kinrava's going to reach into a bag of holding and like pull out a bit of ice and is like, "What do you think, Leodin?" And she like lets the ice drop to the floor and lets it slide down the ramp. And she goes, "We should go that way."
That messed up.
That's quite disrespectful.
What is happening?
I think I'll follow Leodin's path. Don't worry.
Okay.
And she just heads down the ramp.
Kinrava just starts heading down the
Great.
ramp as you guys can look into this next room. Let me describe that as Kinrava just walks away.
She's gonna split the party.
She's following
Again.
Leodin.
Okay. So, because you guys are checking out this room, that'll be... Alright. So, Olanu and Arundel, both of you need to roll me a d12, please.
Oh,
Shit.
7.
What was it?
7.
7? Okay, Arundel.
I got a 1.
I was wondering where Grimly was.
You see that this room splits in 2 different directions, one to the north and one to the south. The one to the north looks to be quite empty, leading into a cavern of some sort. But the one to the south, just from around the corner, you see blackened fingertips begin to slowly make their way around the icy corner. And then a shambling male figure, slowly dragging like 1 foot behind it, begins to move through this cavern.
Oh, good.
Does it notice us?
It doesn't look like.
She's gonna kind of flatten herself against the wall to try and stay out of view and just
Olanu,
mention-
you don't see this.
Oh.
Arundel does.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, God.
So Alana just kind of moves on. It's an empty room.
Wait.
What?
Do you see that man?
She looks back in the room.
Nope.
He like pushes up against the wall and is like peeking around the corner.
There's nothing there. Are you okay?
What's this person? Is this man still there? Is he
Yeah,
walking
he's
still?
walking through the room. He looks like he's going up towards the northern part.
You don't see him?
There's nothing in that room.
He's dressed in like blackish, grayish drab clothing.
I'm going to walk into the room and approach him.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me.
Ignores you.
I'll go grab him on his shoulder.
Your hand goes right through the figure, and when it does, the man disappears.
He just looks sort of befuddled, and he turns. I look back at Iceheart.
Iceheart is no longer there. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ. You're all by yourself.
Yes. He doesn't say anything. He walks back towards her.
And then May and Grimly, you check out this tunnel to the north. And you see that it leads to a staircase that leads further up.
Did they happen to say which way? Like, if the tower was up or down?
We just descended, so heading back up sounds like the wrong way.
You're probably right. Can I just peek up the stairs?
Yeah, sure. So you peek up the stairs, and as you do, the room that the staircase leads to looks to be completely made of absolutely smooth ice, to where the walls are mirror-like.
Did you say anything?
Only that it's really fancy ice. It's like smooth and mirror finish, and she like plays with her braid a little bit. I still look as good as I did. That's good to know.
You turn away, and when you do, you kind of move back towards Grimly. Grimly, you notice that her reflection that she was just looking at stays in place for a moment and then slowly follows her.
Oh, yeah. We should probably get back to the others.
So, Kinrava, as they're searching out these rooms and doing all their business, you start making your way down. You kick the little shard of Leodin kind of down the hallway as it finds a stopping point against the wall. And you... Oh, I guess I go over here now. You see a tunnel that opens into a vast grotto enclosed by gleaming ice. Consigned to this frozen sepulcher is a fantastic city, sculpted by ancient magic and illuminated in a haunting way by green and purple lights that seem to shed no warmth upon this icy grave. The city is slightly tilted, its spires leaning away from you as if recoiling from your presence. You stand atop a causeway of frost, covered in ice that stretches towards the city like a dead, frozen tongue of some hideous behemoth out of whose mouth you have just stepped. everybody can take a level up.
Hey.
Hey!
You mean I don't get any sort of psychic shindig shenanigans taken on me, Dan?
You immediately take 600 points of psychic damage.
Oh, that's okay.
But yes, you are now.
Let's roll for HP.
You are now level 9.
Hey!
So enjoy
Leodin's never led me wrong.
whatever that means.
Ding. Level up.
Ding level up.
What was you saying, Dan?
Nothing. Ding level up. Just too soon. All right. All right.
Hey, she had pieces of frickin' Abel in her bag. I don't know if it's like part of her or Abel at this point.
True.
No,
Oh, wait, no, you
she
buried the
buried
pieces.
all of those pieces of
Yeah,
Abel.
yeah. Abel
Oh,
is
yeah,
back
yeah.
in Tourmaline.
1d8.
10! Yes!
Nice.
Out of
Hey!
here.
Oh, I
7!
definitely rolled
Hey,
the
not
wrong.
bad.
Out of here.
What's the
Nice.
wizard? What's the
6.
wizard one
The
again?
D6.
D6.
6.
I'm
Okay.
gonna roll in
59.
chat.
Hell yeah.
I've
59 plus
never. What's a
7
fighter?
is
Trey,
66.
you know this off the top of your
D10.
head.
D10.
That's what I thought. Okay, great. Okay,
God damn it.
okay.
That makes my rolled HP 69.
Hey, I got
Hell
a
yeah.
6!
Nice.
I got a
Mine's
2, y'all.
6?
My
And
roll
got a
is 66.
I rolled in chat, and of course.
Oh,
So
Trey.
Lands on 2.
You never learn.
It's okay. It's a wizard, dude. You can't expect, even with a 6, for it to be really that
Okay.
great.
My AC is still like 30. If I want
Your
it to
AC
be.
is up the goddamn ass creek, so I don't know what you're complaining about with HP.
Finally broke 100.
Nice.
Nice. God damn, already?
Awesome.
Mine's a 10,
Hey.
and I have the tough feet, so I'm at 112.
112.
Jesus.
Fucking awesome.
Ah, I gotta pick spells.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
just
can't
have to
believe
pick,
you've done this.
Can't believe
I'm
you've
just
done this.
indomitable. I don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Eldritch
While you guys are
Invocation.
doing your thing, I will describe
Bond.
something more to Kinraba.
Hit me!
You die.
I would.
You continue to walk down the tunnel that leads to the next area. When you do, you see green and purple lights cast an otherworldly glow upon the frost draping this silent city. Clawing spires, broken domes, and steeples leaning at odd angles surround a huge citadel. At the foot of the causeway, you see from many feet away at this point, a giant statue lies prone and motionless, its surfaces gleaming with rime. You notice that the whole party has yet to at least turn the corner to follow you just yet.
For the most part, you're just gonna take in like the sight of the city itself and like put the piece of Leodin back in the bag of holding.
Okay. At your waist, Professor Scant is gleaming. His little orb is glowing back and forth, and you can hear him like, "Oh, this is it. This is it. I've been waiting a lifetime. I can't believe we're here."
So they're still a little bit of ways away, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to look down to Professor Scant and say, "Remind me again. Mythalos are essentially giant conduits of arcane energy, correct, Professor Scant?"
I believe that is the most layman definition you can speak of it, but yes, I believe that is true.
I wonder if it can amplify a teleportation spell.
I
Ooh,
would assume
I like
it
this.
amplifies any magic.
Then
I'm not
perhaps
sure,
we can
though, the
get-
text of this thing was quite, scrambled. Many
An
tales of
idea's
this
coming.
time have been lost to time itself. Hence why I wanted to see it myself.
Well, you have your wish. And we may be able to get a little bit more out of it than we first thought. She'll then cast Send in to who's got the better survival instinct. Yeah, Olanu. Definitely Olanu.
Okay.
I have a +4.
A +5.
I didn't mean stats.
Oh. I'd like to point out that May has survived torture. That's it. Keep going.
She's going to cast Send into Olanu. And she's going to say, I found the city. It's something. You need to come here now.
Gather the others. And she'll just go. Actually, guys, we need to go down the hall. She's yelled and then starts walking. Like,
Okay.
it's fine. If anything attacks, like it attacks.
So, you guys start making your way down the hall. I will take you now. Here.
Oh, dang.
Oh, wow.
Pull
So-
out. Okay.
Replace the only thing different from our story versus the one written in the book. Replace the Mylothar Mythalar, sorry. Replace the Mythalar that you see on the ground level of the tower and place it in the middle of the tower, almost like the Eye of Sauron, but instead of on top, just place it in the center.
Mhm.
All right.
But everything else you see here, which I will take over to everybody else so they can see it, is as it stands.
That is a beautiful city.
So, with that, I will bait this. And I will just fucking this. Oh shit! What the hell? Why is that even movable? Whatever. This and this. Put that there. So now you can see some points of interest.
Yep.
The reason I say that
Ah, damn.
is because this entire city, as you walk in, or as you can see it,
North is that.
has been quite lost to time. Many of the buildings are crumbling, completely frozen in ice, broken down, shifted due to the crash from the sky. So be it the fact that it's been here forever, it's also a city that crash landed. So many of the things are broken, busted, falling apart, so on and so forth. May, as you walk down this tunnel, you are flooded with memories, almost like an alien abduction. You, as you're walking down the tunnel here, are like flashing back to memories. A quick flashback to being dragged by your hair and muffled with a gag of some sort, being dragged by your hair down this familiar tunnel just on the outside of the city. You see that this tunnel, though, was made of stone at some point, and on the outside, you saw that there were like windows that kind of let you see on the outside. You were being dragged to the city from it at one point being on the ground. And soon after, you flash back to you kind of walking down the tunnel again, and you flash back again, once again, to your past, and you get a glimpse of the city lifting up off of the ground. You see rubble and stone falling from it on its outskirts, allowing it to finally gain levitation. As you look at the Mythalar in the center of the city, reacting as it like glows, a golden light just pulsating. And then you're kind of thrown back to reality.
I kind of just sag down the wall and sit down for a second.
Okay.
Are you all right?
Yeah, sure. You know, anytime one goes back to a prison where one was tortured, you're gonna have just a little bit of clutch your pearls moment. But I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. This city was not always, um, in the air. I think I was here when it launched.
As
Grimly's
someone
gonna
who's
walk
got-
up to May and just reach out his hand, and he's gonna say, "Don't worry, you're with us now. I promise, we'll protect you here."
As someone with experience of returning to a place of torment, it'll get easier.
You're one of us now.
Sure. And I'll take Grimly's hand and stand up.
Let's rest before we head in, please, though. I have a few things I need to also research before we go fully charging in. Is that all right with everyone?
Okay. Do you guys want to rest here, like in the tunnel area, then? Because you guys
Yeah,
are
what
still
time?
safe.
You guys are
Yeah,
still
probably
in the
safest
tunnel
there.
between the two areas.
How long has
Yeah,
it
that's-
been since we've slept?
Since you slept,
Not very long.
You guys woke up probably.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Maybe like
yeah,
an
so maybe
hour
just a short rest then.
maybe like 2 or 3 hours ago.
I was
Yes,
making a
wish.
joke about May.
Oh.
Oh.
That as well.
Oh,
I mean, technically, she didn't rest when everybody
Right,
else
exactly.
rested.
Yep.
Because she had been, quote unquote, asleep for a long time. But
Mhm.
I don't know then. At the very least, I would appreciate just a short so I can check if it looks.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're not sure what we're gonna find in the city. If you need the rest, I'll take it.
I want to at least make sure I know what we're getting into first.
I feel good. Suddenly feel a little bit more powerful. Grimly's gonna kneel on both knees, just a little bit away from the group, and start to pray during our short rest. And there's gonna be a moment where he's not feeling really connected with Helm.
Uh-huh.
And suddenly the emblem on his chest, not the emblem, the ring from Abel starts to glow. And you'll see some tendrils and vines start to wrap around his armor. And he's casting mage armor. And just, you see these green and violet vines start to reach around his armor.
Does mage armor work if you're wearing armor?
I can cast it at will now.
Oh shit, never mind.
May's gonna go.
That's a
up
good
to
question. I have to look into that.
I'm gonna go up to Arendelle. And
It doesn't, does it?
We will waive that.
I think.
But I
Let
mean,
me think about
it's
it real
still. I don't know if it's better than your armor already. Because it is 13 plus dex.
Yeah, at this point, I might be able to just. You know what? Fuck it. Grimly's gonna take his armor off.
Okay. All right. Okay.
no more helm.
Mm,
No, I still have my tabard.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
What were you doing?
I know. I was waiting to make
May.
sure we were gonna. Okay. I'll go up to Arendelle and is he standing or sitting wherever he is during the rest?
He's just standing and he's looking, just staring at the city. He has his little book, and he's trying to sketch out the city. But probably not doing a very good job.
So I think I need to apologize. I don't think I've ever told. Well, I've known y'all listen a day, so I definitely haven't told y'all anything. I was uh, I was tortured by mages and other magic users trying to take something from me. So I get a little upset when apparently when magic is done on my person without my permission. So I apologize for lashing out at you when you were just trying to help.
Well, it's entirely understandable given your history with this place and the people that used to live here.
It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be a really interesting time, I'll just say that. But I do apologize. I did not mean to yell at you. Well, I mean, I did mean to yell at you, but I didn't mean to yell at you.
Right. It's quite
So,
all right.
I'm not very good at drawing, but do you need help?
So I think I should learn to adapt to this, opposed to always relying on other people.
All right. My hands are here if you need them. And she'll sit down and just start like cleaning her sword.
Kinrava is going to be spending the entire short.
Oh, you cut out.
Oh, it cut out.
She's going to be using Arcane Recovery, obviously, but she's also going to be taking out that book that we got from that broken off mage tower that talked about Mythalas, and she's going to be reading it cover to cover during the short rest, while also talking to Professor Scant about the Mythalas and such. Basically, sort of comparing notes with him, basically.
Lana is actually going to walk over to Kinrava in the middle of all of this and
Yes.
hand her the spear. You said this does something?
Yes, I'll check it now. And while she's actually reading, she's just like, ugh. And she casts Identify.
Yeah. Olanu, roll me an active perception.
Oof, not good. 9?
Okay. And then Kin, an active perception, please.
That is a 16.
Okay. 16. Okay. I'll just say this. Alanu, You can tell it's easier to wield this weapon at this point. Easier than it was when you first picked it up. Yeah, we'll just say that for now. And then,
Oh boy.
Kinrava, with your spell. Here we go. With your spell, you can gleam that.
Oh boy. Did I just give her the sword
you
of
can
Gryffindor?
you gleam that basically for every foot of height past a certain point, the wielder of this weapon will become stronger. So the higher or the bigger they are, the harder they can hit, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain height, if the character is 9 feet tall, their strength becomes 19. If their height is 12 feet tall, their strength is 20. 15 feet tall, 21. All the way up, every 3 feet, all the way up to 23. The larger they are, the more damage they can do with this weapon, essentially.
Okay. But it doesn't take you down if you're, say, 7 foot tall.
Correct.
Okay.
No, so it's only Actually, this might be worth keeping with you. My spell that can increase your size. This will increase your actual musculature as that happens.
Interesting. Okay. I wonder if anyone here... Hey, May.
Yeah.
Are you skilled with two-handed weapons?
I'm skilled with all weapons, honey.
She's gonna take the glaive and hand it towards you.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
Kin?
You said it was easier for her to wield that thing, right?
Did?
Can I make another perception check on Olanu?
You may.
That is a 21.
Olanu, a little taller than you had last seen her. Matter of factly, about a foot taller.
Oh, she's full grown.
Honey, I didn't realize you were still growing.
We had a growth spurt.
What are you talking
Real
about?
fast, your clothes don't fit.
No, that'd be awful. That'd be awful. Your bra is just covering, like,
It's just triangles.
barely covering.
It was already a challenge.
No. Clothes grow with you.
Rava's
just kidding,
just like...
kidding.
Eight foot tall now?
Mhm.
So, don't be alarmed.
About?
I think you should hold on to that spear.
Okay. I was going to.
Yeah, I get the... You know, if I wasn't distracted by this, this would be fascinating. You should hold on to that. Just trust me on this one. Like, I know I'm not a very trustworthy person to most people, but I've almost never lied. Except for the one time because we needed that bow, and I still feel dirty about that. But I have never lied otherwise. Trust me, that'll be good for you to keep.
Okay. I will.
At this point, you see just Grimly down in furs.
Okay.
May, this is a loan because I do need to bring it back to the tribe that gave this to me. But give this a couple swings and she'll hand you the glaive.
She's like, I like heft it in my hands and like toss it back and forth and and twirl it around. This is nice.
Okay.
Make a
Because of
dex
your
check not to...
because of your size,
Oh yeah.
you can wield it because you have the strength to. But it is unwieldy because it is overly large. It is not just like a large spear, it is a giant's spear.
No, she handed
Oh,
me
no.
the
Oh,
glaive.
the
glaive.
The glaive.
Yeah.
The glaive. This is
Yeah.
what happens when I only hear a part of what you said. You are handed the glaive, and the frosty kind of cloud of white smoke that trails behind it follows her as she hands it to you. And you start swinging it around, and that white mist follows it around as you swing it.
It's a badass glaive, not gonna lie.
There is a magical bit to this glaive as well, but you need to
I know.
attune to
I'm
it.
wondering if she knows it.
Oh, Alana knows it.
No,
But you
May.
didn't technically tell May that.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if May would be smart enough to ask. Okay.
This makes it easier for you to hit things, which is nice. But then additionally, you can call on the previous owners of this weapon to aid you in battle. Their spirits will come from the weapon and attack.
I stopped swinging it and just kind of hold it.
You have to do it. It doesn't do it on its own. You have to call them forth.
So basically what you're telling me is I could still hit somebody with this and never touch the mystical side of it, and I could still use this as a great weapon.
Hey.
And it gives you reach. You don't have to be as close to things to hit them, which is nice.
But I do like punching them in the face sometimes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I will accept the loan for a bit and see if the two of us get along. As in me and the weapon, not you and me.
Either way.
Okay.
All right.
Is it just a glaive I'm adding in my
So it's
inventory?
a glaive
Until you attune
of
to it.
Winter's Lament.
Okay.
But yeah.
But I mean, since you guys are taking a short rest, you guys can
Yeah.
say that you did all this during that. So if you want to attune to it, you can.
And then
So, yeah. And
for the giant spear, it's just the 1d12, 10 to 30 feet range. And then if I'm taller, I get higher strength.
Correct. Your strength actually goes up to a certain number per 3 feet you gain.
Yeah. Am I going to continue to get larger?
One can only hope.
Transmutation. Bye-bye.
So we'll say that the short rest has finished, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to accomplish during this.
the only other thing Kinrava is going to do... Sorry, do you want to do that yours first, Grimly?
I just, because I'm taking off the armor,
Yeah.
I'll say that instead that you see furs wrapped around Grimly now, and over top is where the tendrils started to circulate around him.
Mhm.
and right where his tabard lays across his chest, 2 vines have intertwined up and around where the eye was, and then one circles the eye.
It,
Kin, I'll say as you study the Mythalar book, you do get a few things. Mythalars can, or had been, known to be an insane magic item. Some of the Mythalars reaching upwards of 150 feet in diameter. These are essentially large crystal balls, but held within a large cradle and almost star-like in appearance once activated. The globe sheds light in a 300-foot radius and dim light for an additional 300 foot. Now, the globe draws magic from the weave and can be harnessed for various purposes. The Yithrin Mythalar, though, you don't necessarily know too much about it. It doesn't go specifically into the one that is held within the city.
yeah.
But you can clearly see an inactive orb that is in the center of the city here, in the center of the tower. This one does not seem to be 150 feet in diameter. Much smaller. But it does speak of its power. It can hold an insane amount of magical energy. Many creatures can attune to this item specifically, but only a handful of people can attune to it at the same time. Many of the Mythalar's properties can differ depending on who is activating and who is using it. But you do know that anybody that is attuned to it knows everything that is going on with it. Basically has a sixth sense and knows that whatever is happening to the item, they can just tell. As an action, if you are attuned to this item, one magic item that you're holding within reach of the Mythalar can immediately regain all its expended charges on or uses of that item. And you know that one of the specifics of the Mythalars is that you can cast the control weather spell by using this.
All right.
And lastly, the Mythalar is the force behind the ability to float an entire city off the ground.
After all of that research, the last thing she's going to do is she's going to take out a piece of parchment and start writing on it in Infernal, as she just says, "Well, I'm all good to go. How about the rest of you?"
We must get to there. We're so close.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna.
Are we searching the city, or are we heading straight to the tower?
And where exactly are we trying to head? Straight towards the central tower.
Well, they mentioned
your
a
noise gate
barrier.
is
Why
like kicking your ass there, Arundel.
Well, the Norfolks mentioned that there was some type of barrier. Why don't we go and at least see if we can figure out what's going on with that, and then we can figure out our plan of action from there.
I mean, I know what I want to do, but I don't know if any of y'all want to do it with me.
If it
Destroy
involves
the city.
Oh, everyone talked at once and I understood nothing.
Is that what you want to do?
Answer.
We all just walk in
I
different
believe
directions.
the gist is, what do you want to do?
Oh, I want to go kill that mage. You know, that one.
Well, if he's still... Well, they did mention he was around, and he could easily be a problem for us.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be a problem for him.
So why don't we take a look at the tower, figure out what's going on with the barrier? Because if I was a betting woman, I'd guess he's probably in there.
Didn't they say he was?
I'd be honest with you, I was only half listening to those little creeps.
Oh, no, they said that he was.
Well then, why don't we have at least examine what sort of barrier it is?
Let's go.
Okay.
And she'll move towards the city.
So you walk in towards the city, and the first thing you see, again, at the foot of the causeway, is a giant statue that lays motionless on the ground. Its surface is gleaming with rime. And you also see a number of things kind of in the distance. You see the towers that surround the city, the kind of spiked towers that you had run into earlier in this campaign, those who were around at that point. The one that Dazan had made his home for a time. You see that they surround the city on the outskirts. Just inwards, a hair. You see that there is a large dip in the city, and it looks like stands of some sort of amphitheater. But you see that they are charged with electricity. 3 towers in the center, large metal masts, rise from the arena like gigantic tridents. And each of these are about 25 feet off the ground. And, no, I'm sorry. The branches of the tridents are 25 feet off the ground and extend another 50 feet into the air. These huge things. And you see lightning kind of crackling between these trident thingies. Off in the distance, you see a large tower, not the giant central tower, but you see a large tower almost directly in front of you on the way to the central tower. Now this tower reaches upwards like a talon. Its stonework studded in chiseled ruins. And from a distance, you could swear that a blue light shines from its highest window. You see to your left and to your right, large ovoid-like sections of the city that have either ruins or large buildings within each one of them, several of which are intact. And the city looks to keep going and going and going beyond that. What do you guys want to do?
Should we head straight to the really big tower in the center?
Okay, so you want to head towards the central tower.
That's where they said
That's
the barrier
the
was.
one with the blue light out of the window, correct?
No, so the central
Okay,
tower
sorry.
is the big Mythalar one
Mm-hmm.
in the middle. The one with the blue light, that is Y4 on the map there.
The one directly in front of us.
Yes, directly in front of it.
Okay.
But which one do you want to head to? You can state the numbers per meta, just so I can get a better idea of where you actually went.
Should we look at things along our way? Or just go straight for the tower?
I would at the very least want to ensure that we know what sort of barrier is there, just because I'm I'm more worried if we're out and exploring. If something can get out of that tower to come hunting us down, barriers tend to work both ways. I just want to ensure that nothing can come crawling out of it before we go exploring around more.
I mean, there may be some answers throughout the city or cities, that help us understand how to get into the tower.
That's very true. I just want to ensure that nothing big or nasty can come crawling out of there while we explore.
Didn't they say that that's where the wizard Ariel Larthus, or whatever he's called, lives?
True.
At the very least, it looks like over by Y6, there's a giant. There's a giant, I don't know, pathway or some sort of part of the tower that leads down. Maybe we could check over there.
Sounds fine with me.
But first, I'd like to find out what that blue light is.
Great.
If you want, we can check there first.
We're in agreement?
I'm fine with it.
Blue light tower first. Okay. All right. You step foot, your first step into the ancient city of Githrin, and you see the tower is a good distance in front of you, about 200 feet away, and you start making your way towards it. As you do, who wants to be responsible here and roll a D100 for me?
I'll roll it.
May?
Ray, roll it.
I saw her eyes light up.
Roll a
The
D100.
D100s, we don't want to hire
Roll,
one,
you
guys.
said. Roll, you said.
57.
57. Oh, this is fun.
Oh, I don't like how you said that. Can I please reroll?
Okay. So,
Oh. Shit happened to Percy, I forgot.
you continue forward. And as you do, I need, let's see, I need May, Olanu, and Arendelle. I need you guys to roll me perception checks real quick.
Nope.
Nope.
That's a 24.
Okay.
8.
11.
Okay. May, as you guys are slowly kind of walking through the city, the sound of crackling electricity to your right. Skulking figures are seen kind of darting between buildings directly in front of you. And suddenly, stepping out from behind one of the buildings, you see a cloaked figure. The cloak is of white, completely white, with blue trim. And they all step out. All four of them step out. Now, oh, I lied. Hold on. I have to roll for this.
Like what he's reading, can you please send me a screenshot of the glaive?
So five individuals pop out. Okay. So 5 of these robed people pop out. And when they do, they look at you and they say, "What brings you here?" One of the individuals does.
Oh, well, I've been here before, and I've got an appointment with somebody in that tower.
They look over at it. You know how to reach the tower.
My brain's a little foggy, but I'm sure I'll remember it.
Very well. Then you will be ours.
I doubt it.
They slowly like pull out dirks from their sides. They look to have like curved daggers that swivel upwards. And then suddenly, as they're like slowly like marching towards you in a group, and you all kind of like do your cool like preparation for a like battle move, you hear, "Wait!" in a female's voice. A woman's voice. God damn it.
Dan,
And
none of us care.
yeah,
Don't
I mean,
worry.
you might not, but I want to.
I'm in the military.
I want
so-
to slowly correct myself over time. That way, I learn better. And you hear the voice from a distance, and Grimly, Kin, and Olanu. This voice is vaguely familiar.
This bitch.
I knew it.
Stepping-
I knew we'd see this bitch.
Stepping out
Oh.
from behind the building,
Oh no.
a white-colored tiefling steps out with an icy staff in one hand. And as she approaches, she says, "I'm glad we meet again." And she bows down towards you and then looks up, and she says, "What brings you to the ancient city? I believe our ideals may align." And at that point, we're going to go ahead and end today's session.
God damn it, Daniel.
Ah.
Someone
We gotta
remind
kill
me.
this bitch.
Do we know if
Okay.
this chick, if this person is part of the Brotherhood?
I
We
believe you put it together, yes. I believe there was even a moment of, okay, who's in the
Actually-
Brotherhood that we know?
Actually, Professor Scant told us.
There you go.
Great.
Kind of like drilled his ass until we found out.
I mean,
We
but
might have
Aaron,
we might have a fight in our hands if Arendelle finds out. Oh, Arendelle does know,
He does know.
right?
oh,
Yeah.
He does.
Oh,
Yotane,
no.
Yotane,
Oh.
kill her, kill that bitch.
Oh no.
So, Avarice, or Avarice, however you want to say it, Avarice has made a reappearance yet again in our campaign. Now, if you were around, we did have a one-shot, which was really fun. That kind of revealed a little behind the scenes with Avarice. But of course, meta-wise, our team doesn't necessarily know that. Now, our team had probably a 30-second interaction with Avarice before. So we'll see how that goes in the next episode. So if you're watching on YouTube,
Well, not all the team.
most of the team. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button to catch us even more. Thank you very much for making it here to the end. Check out our my other running campaign, Running Feywild. You can check it out here either on YouTube, or you can catch all the VODs and stuff like that on Twitch. Other than that, thank you all for joining us. Keep being your best self. See you next week. Bye, everyone.